Hi guys, Archibald Chesterfield III, AC3, providing quality entertainment on the Archie Luxury Network. The Archie Luxury Network, fuckers. And today, guys, I've just come back from Malaysia. Uh, and I gotta say, Fisto fuckers! Fisto fuckers. I'm back and I'm here talking the most important thing in life, which is wristwatches, luxury wristwatches. And I gotta tell you, I got some interesting things have gone on since I was overseas. That was a paid Blue Velvet gig. I don't know if I'll be doing any more. I'm kind of sick of the service industry. Just kind of sick of the whole service environment. Just the whole pay for play scene kind of gives me the shits. So yeah, I might be taking a break there. Very special to Kalsowitz. How are you, Kalsowitz? Mark the Fister, Rich Buddy, Peter Coab, Peter Kolb, yes, Peter. Bear Clooney, hello, Bear Clooney. So it's been fucking freezing in Brisbane. And we've got Tan. Hello, Tan Zeal. How are you, my friend?
How you going?
Hey, it's fucking freezing in Brisbane. It is fucking freezing. It's about 7 degrees Celsius at the moment there. Very cold. I wanted to talk to you some very important topics there. Very important topics. Tell me this, luxury wristwatches. Would your life be complete without luxury timepieces?
I don't think so. I mean, it's for most of us, it's our hobby, it's our passion. It's something that when we're done work and really brings a lot of peace to people's lives and enjoyment. So I think it's a game changer for a lot of people. If you take the hobby seriously, and it's definitely something that you take seriously. You got a lot of people out there in the world that they buy lower end watches and it's just utilitarian for them. Others, take it as a serious journey and a serious, seek of knowledge and whatnot.
Now, I think $1.99 super chat, SR Bell 67. Archie, did you climax when the lady had her finger up your ass? No. It did absolutely. It did less than nothing for me. In fact, I said, could you please take off your top? That's the only thing that'll make me pop. Take off your top.
I still think you need to address the elephant in the room. I mean, the shocking news, where people are saying, and obviously in Malaysia, you announced that, it's not about the money, and this is a big change for, your statements and what have you, and kind of how you look at your collection. So
let's put this into perspective. When I say it's not about the money, it's partially true. As Fidel Castro said once, it is always about the money. Don't ever forget that. It is, or even the communists, the most left wing of communists, it's always about the money. The thing is this, what I am referring to is when I'm saying it's not about the money, I had a very good friend of mine. He's got a super collection, okay? We're talking 200,000 US dollars plus, $250,000 US, to be honest with you, okay?
Right.
He's got approaching 30 watches. He doesn't know how many. He refuses to count them. It's a bit like me refusing to hop on the scales. You just don't want to know. But he told me he had about 26 Rolex pieces in that one brand, okay? Now, as far as it does go, he's really said, look, he's a Rolex. He's a Daytona lover. It's funny. He has said to me he's selling he's got a Breguet Type 20. He's got a Monaco. These are not expensive watches, but he's selling them to buy more Rolex Steel Sports. And I got to be honest with you, I did have a few many years ago in 99. I remember that was the peak of my Rolex collection. I had a day-date with diamond dial. I had a sub. Actually, I had two subs. I had a 16610 and I had a 16800. I had a 16570 Explorer, and I also had a two-tone Datejust. Archie, $5 super chat from Tanzil. Archie, give a shout out to Bugsy Malone, standing up for the French. Vive le Bugsy, le monde, le monde. Actually, when I was coming back on the plane, I was flying Malindo Airlines. I did actually watch Murder on the Orient Express with Johnny Depp. That was a great movie. I love that.
Oh yeah, that's the new one, right? Yeah. I saw that one in the theater. I thought it was really good. I thought it was really excellent, and it's obviously one of my. I really enjoy the novel and whatnot by Agatha Christie, but I thought they did a really good job in that movie.
I thought it was actually very amazing. I agree. I like the ending. I like the way he handled it because there is no justice, and yeah, no, that was very. I was completely.
Well, that's the problem. That's the problem. The pontiff might have to deal with the people's justice when he says it's not about the money. I mean, Bear Clooney's in there, and he's saying it's about the money. You know, and we got Jin, who's joined, who is very adamant that it's about the money. So I don't know. I think you might have some of the vigilante justice happening to you.
Okay, now when I say it's not about the money, I'm talking about in my collection. If I was more sensible, okay, let's be honest. In the last couple of months, my collection has gone from 5 pieces. I was supporting the compact, minimalistic, modernist collection. I had 2 dress and 2 sports. My pieces was a 4-piece compact combo meal deal. We had the Patek Philippe as the holy grail. We had a Reverso Grande as our very, very beautiful, exquisite piece of à la résistance, to use the French, à la résistance. And we had 2 steel sports stunners. We had the Explorer 2 Polar 40 mil, and we had a Speedmaster Man on the Moon, 4 watches. So what I did then was the collection has exploded, and I have just shot my load. And what's happened is we've gone into IWC, we've gone into Breguet, we've gone into Tudor, Breitling, Tag Heuer, and even a what else is there? Tag Heuer, even a PAM. 199 super chat from SR Bell 67. Archie, would you suck Trump's Woody for 50,000? Yeah, I would. 50,000 US. You betcha. 50,000 bucks.
How about 50,
I would do that.
How about 50,000 baht?
That's what I was thinking.
That's the real question.
With the way the dollar is at the moment, possibly.
You got a $10 super chat from Patrick McDonald. Archie, Breitling Transocean chronograph unit time on a mesh bracelet, yes or no? Also, shout out to the rancher.
Hi, rancher! Yes. No, look, actually, me and Clive get on okay. Me and Clive, I think we're better friends than hosts. Okay, so, Clive's okay. Transocean, I got to be honest with you. I think on a breast, there's actually a YouTube channel I watch called The $1 Million Bogan. Okay? It's about this real estate agent in Melbourne. He's got a bit of an ego, of course. He's got a Ferrari. He's got a Maserati Ghibli. But he's got a nice side to him. I actually do really. He shared his brother died of a suicide. His brother died of a suicide. So he's a very. I love his channel. I love the $1 Million Bogan, and I think he's got a Transocean on a mesh strap. And I got to tell you, I think it looks nice. Thoughts? Give me your thoughts, Tan.
This unit time, is this a world time watch, I believe?
Yes.
He's asking about the unit time.
I think this is the let me just
He's asking about the unit time. I think it's the world time.
With the in-house Breitling B05 movement, I believe. Mark Goldberg has a
I quite like it. Sorry, the $1 Million Bogan has the Transocean chronograph, but the Unitime, I got to tell you, look, it's not something I would personally hunt out and buy, but I don't think it's an ugly, awful watch. Does that make sense?
So you're looking at a retail of about 11.2 on the mesh bracelet, US. So I think the real question, you Archie, is there other world times in that price range that he could get that you think are better value?
Well, I think
look,
Mark was saying that he got his. I think the retail on his is a little bit lower. But he got his for well under like 4,000.
we go. I've just got it on the screen now for you guys to have a look.
So I think gray market, if you buy one of those like really cheap, then not a bad one. I think the Breitling and the mesh bracelets, I mean, it's never going to be a collectible one. If you're buying something because you want it to be collectible, I mean, the gray market values are.
It's not about the money, Tan.
Well, I mean, you got other options, right? You got the IWC, the Pilot's Watch that has the world time. You know, you have Gerard Perregaux, which I know Archie hates, but again, it's not about the money, so we can talk about Gerard Perregaux. You got the JLC Master Compressor World Time. I mean, you got a lot of options, right? Around the same price. So that's what I'm asking is that the one? Do you think you would go with an IWC or a JLC World Time, or would you go with the Breitling World Time as the option?
I for that sort of money, I'd rather go for a GMT function watch. Okay, I'd rather go with a GMT function watch. I think for that money, I'd be getting a Pepsi Tudor. Pepsi Tudor. That's where I'd be going. I don't think the Breitling has much.
At that money, yeah, at that money, you could probably get like 16, 7, 10 even. That money.
Yeah, I think honestly, look, Doc, hello, Doc, doctor, give me the flu, because that static is killing me.
Is it really bad?
No, I just want to give you the shits, Doc. How are you, my favorite doctor?
Guys, we got super chats coming in here. AC, $2 super chat, Senior Belt 67. AC, would you suck poo off Mark's Woody for 50K US?
As long as it cleaned at first with hygienic soap.
With Vegemite.
I do make my own soap, by the way.
Soapy luxury. Bear Clooney,
I've got a new
$5.
pet. Bear Clooney's got a pet.
Bear
Yes.
Clooney, $5. Bear Clooney. Archie, I'm thinking about a new two-tone Cartier Santos. Would love your opinion. These are the latest 2018 issue.
No! It's about the money, for fuck's sake! I say one comment off the cuff, and you fuckers push it to an extreme. Do not buy Cartier! Bear Clooney, you're a Rolex man! Come on, man! That is just suicide. It's suicide. It's financial suicide buying. Look, I do like the look of the new Cartier. They are fucking... Cartier's the ultimate fashion watch. But,
it's not about the money. It's the fashion.
Did I tell you I've actually gone into... I don't know if you're going to be angry or not, Tanzil.
Tell me you're accepting my offer of trading the... No, I don't. Accept me the offer of... You're telling me you're accepting the offer of my 5127 for your 5110.
Okay, I'm growing probiotics. You know probiotics? Okay? I'm growing kidneys. Okay?
To sell, to get Patek Philippe's, is that what you're doing?
On a molecular level, I am growing kidneys. And do you want to see? I'll show you. I'll go and get it, okay? Just hang on a minute there. I'll go and get you my kidney. I'm growing in a lab, okay?
We thought they were horns.
Yeah.
So, Jin, the voice of reason here. What do you think of the Santos in-house movement? You know, I always like the aesthetics of the Cartiers. I think they're classy watches. You know, I think you have a bit of a different perspective. You'd rather get a tank, Bruce?
I said I'd only get a Cartier tank. That's probably the only way I go Cartier.
Which one? The Louis Cartier? The solid gold one, like the classic, the icon.
Yes, I have been a Cartier fan, but tanks.
Yeah, I mean the Santos is obviously
too risky.
Santos is an older design than a tank, but the tank is the one that has.
Sorry, the kidney's on its way to Mexico. Sorry, the kidney's on its way to Mexico, but I did want to show you a lung. I'm also working on lung transplant. Let me show you. I am growing lungs in a lab.
Hello,
Hisham. Look, I just want to show everyone I'm growing probiotics in my laboratory at home. This is what I call an artificial lung, which will be for sale very soon. It's called probiotics.
If you've been wondering where Clive is, that's the evidence right there.
Yeah, so there we go. See that there? A little bit of lung tissue, and I've been growing in this beaker. See, that's my surgical beaker. So it's called probiotics. Can you see this here? This is a lung.
Yeah,
It's a lung I've been raising. So it started off on a petri dish, a bit of lung tissue from a well, let's not discuss it because it's sort of but it's there we go.
That's what happened to that woman, unknown woman.
What happened?
It's called probiotics. Have you heard of probiotics? Would you like this lung inside you? Like for Sakahorn, I'm gonna. If you've got really dirty, smoky lungs, look at this. Now that lung, does that look any different to the warning on these packets here?
Oh, I think I would rather have Sakahorn's lung inside.
What do you think? There we
Hi,
go.
Tan.
Probiotics. There we go. Sorry about that.
Jin.
Hisham,
No
Hisham. Thank you for coming back to the
Just want to
show.
say hi to everyone. Tan,
How's it going, Sham?
I'm fine. Jin,
How's it going?
Hey,
Doc,
And
How are you?
what I don't sell.
fine. I am fine. How are you?
I'm good. Hey, I have a question.
What?
Do you mind if people call you Ish for short?
Yeah, absolutely.
You absolutely mind, or you're okay?
He's okay with
No,
it.
I
He's
didn't.
okay.
I'm okay with it. I don't mind.
Okay.
Now, guys, I wanted to say to you, if
And let's
ever-
make it for the record, Archie. Jin has left on your show. Jin tries to portray himself as the Iron Man of these live streams, where he sits for 4 hours, but we've seen him get up and leave.
I get up and leave to rehydrate. Otherwise,
Oh yes, I forgot about this. Let's get this started here. Let's
Now,
get this.
just out of interest there, that lung thing too. What you don't sell also makes kombucha. Have you heard of kombucha?
We got a $2 super chat from Evan Hagenkamp. What's the best
Okay.
Asian city to visit your first time?
that's a good question.
The problem
You
is
always remember your first.
when you say what's the best Asian city to what's it for? Is it a family holiday?
Karachi.
Is it-
Karachi.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're gonna
I
end up dead.
don't think Hisham can even visit Karachi because he's Indian.
No, he's good.
I can. I have. I've been there in 2012.
I'd have
I've
to
been
say
there
the
4
best
times.
Asian city, if you've never been there before, would have to be Singapore. It's Asia Light. It's not full Asia, but it's Western prices, so you understand that. $5, drink up. Yes, I will. I'll go and put this probiotics away. We'll come back when it grows.
I have
a
to
bit bigger.
disagree. I actually think Tokyo is a good starter city. It's pretty.
I was gonna say Tokyo also. It was
Oh,
pretty
but
cool.
Tokyo, they don't speak English. It can be a bitch. Taxis are so expensive. If you make a fuck up in Tokyo, you can really get to the wrong end of Tokyo.
I've encountered Tokyo taxi drivers, to be pretty honest. Like, I mean, I had
They're expensive. They're expensive.
No, don't get me wrong, they are expensive. But like, I had a situation where the taxi driver couldn't find the front of the hotel, and obviously dropped us on the side or the back of the hotel, and would not accept payment from me because he did not bring me to the front of the hotel. Yeah. They're
That's
pretty
only in
honest people
Japan.
there. Yeah, it was pretty cool to see.
I'm
Hey,
gonna
have
say
we done a wristwatch check?
Yes, I'm actually wearing the most. I'm wearing my. I'm going to go into the bank safe. I'm wearing the Breitling Super Ocean. I'm wearing the Breitling.
So
What are
you
you
haven't
wearing?
gone to the bank safe.
No, because it's a Sunday. The bank is only open working days. It's only open.
I know. I know.
so.
They're lazy fuckers. Unionized industry here in Australia.
Jin, you?
Archie, you don't have any working days. So who are you to talk?
No, because the bank does. They have it's a banking. I gotta sing to their tune. They're the one who own the bank safe.
I'm wearing
Nobody
my.
asked me what I'm wearing. Oh, they
I'm wearing my reverse.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh,
Interesting.
salt in the wound, Jen.
Yeah. It's
No,
awesome.
I took it out of the bank today, and or yesterday. It feels.
Bruce.
I'm wearing a purple bluesy.
Awesome. Two-tone?
Beautiful.
Yep.
Now,
Yep,
guys,
yep, it's a two-tone, yeah.
Two-tone purple dial bluesy.
I do have a
Awesome,
second watch
awesome.
here with me. This is in my watch case. And da-da-da-da! Pam, 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 pam.
Yeah.
That's Scotty's Pam. That's Scotty's Pam. He's lent it to me for personal reasons. He didn't want the wife to find it. Okay, that's the reason he's lent it to me. Hide this for a while.
Sorry to cut you into Arch. TAN?
5127.
Ooh, that's a heavy hitting.
Whoa.
So TAN wins today.
Well, it's like
Believe-
Jin. Well, Jin stings me with the 976, and I sting Archie with the.
I'm wearing
5127.
the Rolex 36 mil
Wow.
116234.
Rose gold.
No, that's
it's
that's
stainless
steel.
steel.
Ah,
Jin
Sorry.
has the same one, but not the. I think this is a.
I have the 5-digit one.
Yeah, you have the 5-digit. Yeah, exactly.
And a long time ago, I mean, Archie used to talk a lot about the date chest being the most versatile watch, and it's kind of obviously kind of fallen out of its way given the amount of watches he has. But like, you know, it was definitely a topic that was spoken about 4 or 5 years ago. And I still like every couple of months, I always consider bringing a date chest back into the
I agree.
like a 36 mil date chest. I have a 40. I have a 40. I have the date chest too. But the 36 mil is always something that I almost want to have in the collection.
I just felt, I gotta be honest with you, I felt as we're moving past the millennium point, I had to be honest with myself, and I've now decided 36 mil is too small for me.
Not for Datejust Arch. Come on.
It's small.
Datejust is.
I mean, it's an icon.
Small.
It's an icon on the 36 mil.
And also, it has long lugs. It's almost,
Yes.
especially if you have one.
Yeah.
I mean, it ends up being like it's a tonneau-shaped case,
it's small.
essentially. No, it's a tonneau-shaped case with a round dial. That's what it is.
Exactly. I'm with Jin on that. I mean, it wears so well. I mean, I have a 6.5-inch wrist, and it fits me perfectly.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very practical watch that
Absolutely,
doesn't it's not crazy or anything, and it fits anyone. Literally anyone can wear a 36 mil Datejust. That's
even a girl.
Yeah, exactly.
Come
And there's
on,
nothing
dog.
wrong with that, Doc. There's nothing wrong with that.
Dog. You think
Not
a
that there's
Datejust
anything wrong with that.
36 mil is a small watch?
I do.
But you know,
Come
that's
on. No.
one of the reasons for
I have a Thunderbird at 65. I hardly wear it because it's a little too small. When I wear my Submariner, I realize especially that's a little too small.
I will say one thing.
We have a super chat from Tanzil. $5. He's gonna read it.
How about you, Hisham? You haven't been here for a while. Do it.
Okay. You've heard it here first. 36 mil is too small for an Australian blimp. Stick to large Flieger watches fuckers.
Yeah. Look, I will say one point there. Just let me say in my defense here, I will say that in all honesty, the most comfortable watch I've ever worn in my life would be a 36 mil Datejust Sapphire on a Jubilee. That is the most comfortable watch.
Yeah.
It's like it's like there was a brand of condoms in Australia called Nuda condoms. It's like you're wearing nothing. Nuda, N-U-D-A.
Neuter is not. Yeah, I don't think you ought to be neutering anything down there.
It's not neuter, nuda. You Americans, nude.
Chuda.
Yeah, exactly. Nuda condoms. It's like you're wearing nothing. Okay.
Bear Clooney says that 36 mil is a girl size in the modern world.
I mean, James Gandolfini wore a 36 mil day date on The Sopranos.
Oh,
Yeah,
you'd never ever say
yeah,
anything
yeah.
against James. You never say anything about
Exactly.
Tony.
Fuck's
Tony.
sake.
Tony wore a day date, a gold day date in The Sopranos, and that was the modern world.
Glenn Ross, 36 mil day date.
Exactly. Alec
yeah.
Baldwin, right?
36
Alec
mil.
Baldwin, yes.
Yes.
I mean, this is the icon. This is
I love how the Asians have come in like full force. Because
and you know
36
what?
mil in Asia is like it's good, and the Asians are coming like really hard at everybody
oh,
else.
yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah. Come on,
Hey,
come on, Tan.
Tan.
But no, you have to
Tan.
agree.
You
36 mil.
have the personal security, and you have to be confident enough in yourself to wear what the fuck you want.
Absolutely. And
Yeah,
with
no,
Jin,
Tan,
Jin,
I wanted
So-
to say one thing to Tan
with
quickly.
a pink dial, with a pink dial,
Sure,
Yes,
what's up,
with
Archie?
diamond indices.
with
Yeah,
diamond indices.
Okay.
and a
Now
pink
that the
dial.
trade war with
Yeah.
Asia is over, guys, like relax.
I just want to say something to Tan quickly. Tan, if you're a bit of a Sopranos fan, did you know there was a Patek in one episode of The Sopranos?
Yes.
Please tell me,
yes.
please tell me, Paulie was wearing it.
No, this is where
No.
it's the guy who ran, the HUB scheme, the Housing Urban
Yeah,
Development
yeah.
Scheme.
The
He
HUD
gives
scheme,
a Patek.
yes.
It was he goes, "This is a Patek, Philip. I can't accept this, Tony. This is like a $16,000 watch," and I think it was a 5036.
I think my biggest, my memory, the most prominent memory of a Paddock being a TV show was in the show Entourage, where the guys were like Vinny and his boys were at on there's a guy I don't know if he was Israeli or some kind of a film director who wanted to buy their rights to their film and was trying to bribe them with like Rolex watches, like gold day dates, and then the director is like, you can keep your fucking gold day date, I want your Paddock on your wrist. We don't need these shit watches. Give me that one, kind of a thing. I always stuck with me that it's kind of the difference between the two.
In Entourage.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get you the link on YouTube here in our chat.
Yeah, I'd love to see that because I don't watch TV. Entourage, yes. The interesting thing is with Russell Crowe. He had that auction recently, and he said he would actually buy a watch for every movie he did. That was kind of what he did. He bought a watch for every. Here we go, $2 super chat. Alex Honggang Kim, what do you guys think of the ST Ultraman Worthy? ST2 Ultraman.
That's
So this is the new one, new Speedmaster.
I think it's bullshit.
It's the new what? Sorry.
It's the new Speedmaster Speedy Tuesday. That's what he means by ST, Speedy Tuesday Ultraman.
Oh, I see.
Another $10 super chat from Kesslowitz.
My AD offered 10% off without asking me on an AP 15450 Royal Oak 36 mil white dial. If I bring cash, I can get them down to 15 to 20% off retail. 15K out the door seems fair. Thoughts used is 13 to 14.
I say, do it.
I'm interested to hear Archie's opinion because he used to own one of these mid-size.
No, he owned a 1470. Which is a little bit.
But he owned the previous version of this, like a mid-size Royal Oak.
Look, I got to tell you, the 37 mil seems to be a lot. I think that extra millimeter actually makes a big difference. I actually think you could honestly pull off the 37 mil. The funny thing is, in the AP brochure, they put the 37 mil version in the fucking ladies section, which is really a bit. I don't know how you could fuck that up like that. The Swiss just know how to fuck things up, because I think 37 mils was quite a nice size for Royal Oak. But I got to tell you, in all honesty, to be completely frank with you, you would have to have rocks in your head to buy the 37 mil, because it's always going to be hard to resell. People want I would want a much bigger discount than fucking lousy 10%, because everyone wants, as soon as you start wearing it, they go, yeah, it's a nice watch, but I prefer the bigger one. That's what everyone is going to say.
But I think on the wrist, nobody's going to be able to tell the difference between a 15450 and a 15300, unless you're like actually looking at it like directly. And
I agree. I think it depends on his collecting, like what he does with his collection. If he's a flipper, then yeah, I mean the mid-size is very hard to get rid of in the market. When I was trying to sell my 15300, it was not exactly like a Rolex. It did take me a couple of days to find the right buyer. Again, when Archie was talking, and we were talking about this yesterday, when you get into a certain price range of watches close to the 20K range, yeah, the demand and the market becomes a lot smaller.
Yes, I mean, but that's a consideration you'd have even for 300, as you said.
All right, Archie, you got some North Americans here. You need to read this $2 super chat, because when he means football coach, he means like American football.
Well,
Okay.
we have Aussie rules football.
Yeah.
By the way,
I don't
Which
think he means
college
Aussie rules
football
football.
coach wore
St.
the
Kilda is my
Pepsi?
team, so
Which historic football coach wore Pepsi?
I think
Jen, I'm gonna let you do this one because you went to school in the U.S. I know the answer to this one though.
well, I went. Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge college football fan. Wasn't it Joe Pa that wore the?
It was Joe Paterno from Penn State. You are right.
Yeah, of all people. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's the only historic football coach I even know. So it's just like,
No, you don't know Bear Bryant?
nah, no, I'm not that big in college ball.
No, Bear Bryant. I mean, he's that is the college football coach.
And the reason I say this, Archie, is because Ving proudly wears his Ole Miss shirts and hats on your shows, and I don't think you've ever seen him, but whenever I see them, I think in my mind, maybe he got that from Blue Velvet, just a souvenir Ole Miss.
Yes.
How was your holiday, Paul?
It wasn't really a holiday. These fucking I've had a dispute. I'm not going back again for a while. Look, it was work. It was work. These older Asian women, they want bang per buck. Let's just say that they want bang per buck. Yeah, I had a bit of a disagreement. She wanted to bring her friend in without paying extra. I mean, it's just not the way to go unless the friend is hot. Okay. That's just some house rules. But no, it was good. It's good. I'm back. I am absolutely broke.
But
I am
you extended
broke.
for a week, didn't you? You were going to come back.
Yeah, it was going to be 5 days, but it turned into a 10-day gig. I got to be completely honest with you there. I've got some secret footage for my Patreon fans coming out very, very soon. Secret footage. So that is coming up. I've got some really good footage. I've just been a little bit. I've had a few personal issues to deal with. But yeah. It's all looking okay. I'm absolutely broke. I may have to do some downsizing soon. Okay.
Which one are you starting with?
No, you don't understand. When I say downsizing, I may be having to find a new place to stay. Okay. So I am going to be looking at some budget accommodations shortly.
Okay. But which watches are you going to get rid of?
I'm not selling any watches. You out of your mind? I love my watches. I'm not selling any watches. I just have to move into a caravan park. Okay.
All right, we got another trivia question on Super Chat from Evan Hagenkamp, $2. Current comedian that wears a Hulk. Come on, Arch, you should know this one. He says.
Current comedian who wears a Hulk. How current is this comedian?
I don't know. Just said current comedian.
Wow.
Jim Carrey?
No.
I have no idea. I don't know the answer to this one.
I don't watch television. I'm too busy working for Blue Velvet. The sort of movies my customers watch don't involve much attire. Can we just say that?
Evan says it's very current, a very current comedian.
Look, I don't watch television.
He says TJ Miller.
Is
TJ
it
Miller.
Russell Peters?
Russell Peters is a classic. I love Russell Peters.
No, I didn't say that. John Richard said that.
Howdy from Texas says it's me, which is true. I do wear a Hulk and I do like my comedy. So
I got to tell you, Tan, you hit it out of the ballpark with the 5127. That is, I mean, I got to be honest with you. It's funny how you think that my world time is better than yours, but I think on an aesthetic sort of scale, I think the 5127 or the 5107 is the most beautiful watch in the world. Pa none. I wouldn't even want it on a fucking bracelet. I wouldn't even want it on a bracelet. I like it on the leather strap. I want the tang buckle. I don't even want the deployant. I want the tang.
Yeah.
I think it's the most beautiful thing known to man.
Yeah, so
No?
I agree. For me, I think in the next couple of months, I'm gonna probably buy a watch in that 20K US range, and I had my two options, right? I have the 15400 Royal Oak to add to the collection, so maybe that piece. I'm missing my 15300, or maybe spend a little bit more and get a 5305. We were talking about that yesterday. I was looking up 5305Gs. On the forums today. You prefer the 5305R, I believe. I think you like the is it the 5035R?
No.
Manual
I
pound.
think he's looking at the
Yeah,
5196, right?
No, I do.
No, we were
talking
about this yesterday. The 5035.
I do like
the original.
50.
Okay.
Yeah. Look, I think to be honest with you, I would say to you, this is my honest. Can I tell you insider gossip? Let me tell you what my view is. I normally love white gold. Okay, I really do. I think in the 5107 it looked amazing. However, let me say this. If you're buying a 5035, you've got to remember it is slightly smaller. It's 37 mil compared to the 39 mil 5146. Agreed, Tan? Tan? So the thing you've got to do is this. My honest opinion is the white gold version, I was just saying the 5035, it's slightly smaller, 37 mil. So it's going to appeal to an Asian market, Hong Kong. They don't like white gold in Hong Kong. That's why you see 5035s in white gold, no premium, because they don't like them in Hong Kong or Singapore or Asia. So my view is if you're going to buy a 5035, you've got to get it in yellow gold, because
would you say yellow or rose, or just yellow?
No, I would say you're better off to get it in yellow, because you've already got a rose. You don't want to have two rose golds.
So Kelsowitz is asking about the other spectrum, so buying the 15400. He's asking
just very quickly, I was going to say to you, my dream when I had the two Pateks, remember I had the 5107 and the 5035. You know what my dream was? I wanted a trinity of Pateks in different colored golds: white gold, yellow gold, rose gold. I wanted a trinity. That's what I was trying to do, by the way.
So what would you have done? What would have been your rose?
I'll tell you honestly, I had the 5107 in white gold. I had the 5035 in yellow gold. I wanted to get a world time 5110 in rose.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
That would have been a three-piece trilogy.
Is that really the trinity for Patek metals? I mean, it should really be steel Calatrava. Those are the most collected. And then
it's going to be affordable. I got to be able to afford this fucking thing. I got to be able to afford it. There's a limit to what I didn't even do it. I couldn't afford to do it. Okay, in all honesty, the world time was fucking out of, and I've never owned a rose gold Patek anyhow.
So we got a very critical super chat here for $5 from John Galt. Arch, you need to up your channel content. Last week was sad. A, always, B, being, C, creating. Always be creating. Always be creating. Coffee is for creators, fuckers.
Thank you so much. No worries. I will get back into the swing this week.
Which Patek were you wearing, Tan? Are you wearing it right now?
Yes, he is. Of course he is. It's the greatest.
Yeah, it's one of my avatar.
Yeah, I know. Which one is it?
5127.
5127. Okay.
It's the greatest watch ever made. Did you find those articles by I sent you to Time Zone?
I did. Yeah, I did.
That guy. What's his name? Dave in Wales.
Yeah, Dave in Wales. Yeah. So I read a lot of his stuff. I read the stuff on your Luxury to Last, the articles that you had from there.
Mm-hmm. Did it make you warm and fuzzy? Did it make you think, I love my watch?
I haven't been dissatisfied with it. I haven't. You just feel satisfied when I put it on, and when I haven't worn it for a couple of days, it just feels good.
You know what I love about Dave in Wales was he was so fucking biased. Like, I mean, I've owned a 5107, but do I think it is so superior to a 5127? I think they're a bee's dick apart. Okay, honestly, I think I would have either one gladly, right? But Dave in Wales was so biased. He said, "Oh no, only the 5127 is the one to have, and it must be rose gold." He was so. He's like someone who backs their football team and nothing else would do. You know what I mean? But very sad ending to Dave in Wales, don't you think?
Yeah, that the fact that he had to give, well, he had to sell it because he didn't want his wife to make the decision of
He
having
didn't
to
want his
sell it.
wife to be burdened when he finally departed this earth. But he's supposed to give it to the next generation, Dave.
Okay, have we missed some super chats in the meantime?
Yeah, you missed Bugsy's. You missed Bugsy's.
Oh, Bugsy.
Yeah.
Shit, how did I miss that?
And John Goltz?
I got John Golds.
Okay. And Bugsy Malone.
Bugsy,
Archie, tell
£1,
Tanzil.
$1.99 super chat. Archie, tell Tanzil he's a fucking legend. Tan, you are the fucking man. You are the man,
Great.
Tan.
I don't know what's going on where you are right now, but we can
It sounds
hear everything.
fun.
I'm trying.
Just keep
I'm
it.
trying to put it on mute, but it takes a long time.
He's trying to pick up some chicks with his like 33 mil like vintage watch, and he's realizing that
And
if
it
he had a
ain't
really
working. It
fuck
ain't
off
working.
gold
It
piece,
ain't working.
you know, if he was like Hisham who bought a date or got, you know, was considering a day date, you know, all the honeys would be coming to him right away. You know?
I'm just going to go and put my friend back in the cupboard. That's my
There's
light I'm growing.
another Canadian $2
They're
Victor
all saying.
C.
What are they saying, Doc?
They're all saying 33 might as well be 22. They're just saying it's too small.
Whew.
You know, I
Sorry.
really, Doc, I've been thinking about buying a 33 watch.
Which one?
I personally, the Patek 5022
I
R.
thought you were going to buy the Geophysic.
No. I was thinking about the Geophysique. I like the Geophysique, but that one, the one that I was looking at, is sold already. But
Okay.
the 5022R
Okay.
is
okay.
a beautiful watch. They don't have the Calatrava like that today. It has a Clou de Paris guilloche dial.
Yeah.
It's a rose dial with rose gold. So it's like it's like really the ultimate dress watch. It's a little bit, it's not quite as like simple, and it's different from the 3919. They were made at the same time. And the 3919 has the hobnail bezel and the enamel dial, numerals, two hands. The 5022 is a little bit different, and I think a little bit more wearable on a day-to-day basis.
Guys,
And
you have
I
to
love
cut
it.
me some slack on Pateks, because I really am not into Pateks, as you guys know. And I don't know much about Pateks. JLC, yes. Any other brand, yes, but not Pateks.
Okay, Neo, $10 super chat. Archie, you're back just in time. It's a very good question.
Yes.
How do
Very,
you compare
very good.
Wants ideas for a $7,000 watch for his dad? It's a very good question.
Sorry, say that again.
Very good question.
Howdy from Texas wants suggestions for watch for his dad. Price range, we're looking at $7,000.
Well, I don't think you could go past 7,000. You want to buy new or second hand?
I think all options are on the table.
I think a newish. Wouldn't you go for a date just two?
You won't get
That's
it
a
for
watch?
7,000. I doubt it.
That's a one
A steel
watch.
one? A steel one? 7,000 US?
Yes, I think you can do that.
What do you
Is that
reckon?
really what you would say for $7,000? I mean, there's a lot you can buy for $7,000.
$7,000. I tell
No,
you what.
you won't
Is this
even
too
get
much
it
static,
for a new
guys?
one for
Look,
7,000. No.
I think if you're buying a watch for his dad, right? Let's look at this honestly, right? I would honestly say for a watch purist, I would go for a fucking Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso. But somebody who's not a watch person, they don't understand that. You got to wind the fucking thing every couple of days. They don't understand it's not waterproof, even though it's very expensive. The only watch you can give someone who doesn't fucking know a lot about watches is Rolex. Rolex. There we go. This is a 36 mil date just here. Date Rolex 36 mil. Okay, that's what you can give someone, a 36 mil. I would say for $7,000, you might be able to. Could you secondhand? You could stretch that to a date just, couldn't you, Tan and Jin?
What kind of Datejust? You could easily get Datejust.
Like a steel Datejust
could-
2?
You
Yes,
mean
you
the
could.
double 16234?
No.
Yeah. I don't-
Well, no, that's the 36 mil Datejust. He's talking about
Yeah.
Datejust 2 is out of production, and they have
That's
been out.
why.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
why
yeah.
you
It's
get
out
it
of production,
secondhand.
But why would you? I mean, why would that be like the one watch that you buy? I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
If you're going to buy someone a Rolex like as the one watch, that's fine. But I would say, why not get them?
I would say an Explorer 2 would be super cool because it is the bargain at the moment. That's soft. They're soft. I reckon your sub, you're not going to have enough money for a sub really, unless you get an older sub. I would be saying go for a Explorer 2. I don't know whether you could give someone an Amiga Speedmaster Man on the Moon because it's fucking fiddly. It's manual wind. It's not automatic. It's got a plastic glass. People don't get it. They just don't fucking get it. Does that make sense? If you're giving a watch to a non-watch person, you can only give Rolex.
Yeah, I mean,
A JLC Master Control would be a good option as well, in my opinion.
I would say get him a Reverso dual face.
Yeah, dual face, yeah.
And so what if you have to wind it? I mean, so what? I mean, if you're giving this as a watch, as a present to someone that you really care, obviously it's his father. I mean, it's someone he cares about a lot.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they'll take care of it. If they got it from you, I mean, they're not going to go swimming in that watch. I mean, they're not going to, and they're not stupid.
Yeah, what about an Explorer 1?
Explorer 1's that retail Explorer. I mean, Explorer 1 at retail would be less than that. So
I think you want bang per buck, but Explorer 1 doesn't look substantial enough. It just looks like, oh, you went for the cheap option. If you're not a watch person, you don't know the history and the. I think you're much better off, instead of going for an Explorer 1, you're much better off to go for an Oyster Perpetual even. Can I say that? Or an Air Key?
I think
that would be fine.
I think someone his father's age is going to understand manual wind. I think a Speedmaster might be a good idea.
But you know, my dad,
he's going to understand that.
He doesn't get. The first thing he does when I show him a watch, he puts it up to his tooth and goes to see if it's sapphire or plastic. And then he says, "Oh, that's only plastic." I said, "You don't have any fucking idea on watches, and you're making judgments based on whether it's sapphire or plastic."
I think Howdy from Texas is saying he started by looking at JLC, but then he found that there were more options under $7,000 with Rolex, and he's saying that he couldn't find a Reverso for less than $7,000. I will say you can definitely find a Reverso in steel for less than $7,000. In gold, like a basic one, you can find for less than that. There'll
bit
probably
small
be
one
at this point, but you can find a lot of Reversos under 7,000 in pretty good condition. Less than
how about a white dial Rolex Milgauss Beck Looney says?
No, I'd get the GV. I mean, go get the Z Blue
But
dial.
the white dial one is discontinued now. I think it's not available.
Yeah, but Z Blue is the best dial by far.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is. I agree. Yeah, Z Blue. Yeah. I mean, there's so many options out there. To be honest,
Pre-ceramic sub is out. Is that it?
I mean,
you could.
Yeah, you could.
Because if it's his father, he might actually.
Or I'm just going to throw this out there. It's a little bit out there, but Piaget Polo S gray market, you can get them less than $7,000. Blue dial.
Oh, that's nasty! Stay away from Piaget. Fuck, that's a Mark Goldberg watch.
Archie, Piaget is one of the most storied and important brands in the history of watchmaking. People call him a jewelry maker, but in fact, Piaget owned Lemania at one point. Piaget also saved Tag Heuer from bankruptcy by buying them in the 80s before they sold them to TAG. They also owned, the 9P and the 12P. They were made in the 50s. They were the thinnest movements of their kinds at the time. They were family owned until 1988. The Piaget family still is involved with the company today. It is a very important brand as far as watches go. And I mean, yes, the Polo S is not for everyone. It's not going to be a watch that you can go and sell like in a day or even a week when you want to move out of it.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
it's a cool watch, and it's steel, 42 mil, modern size, in-house movement, very wearable, waterproof.
What is the resale on Piaget like there? I mean,
that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking.
You'd be better off buying an IWC if you're going to buy that fucking Piaget shit.
You can buy a Piaget for less than 7,000, the Polo S for less than 7,000 on Joma Shop, and I see them going secondhand used for 7,000. So, I mean, you can basically get what you paid for it if you want to move out of it. You might lose a bit of money.
I'm going to cut you in here, and Bear Clooney says Jin should go to the urban gentry. Lol.
Jin is he likes to explore other brands that are.
But I must.
Not really supported by Archie.
I got to give Jin some credit here. At least Jin is looking. I got to be honest with you. If you are going to look at alternative brands, right? Piaget does have a lot of substance there. The Piaget Polo in the 70s, you were so cool if you had a Piaget Polo.
Watch.
They were fucking mega money. You would have had the mustard, the 350 SL, the yellow 350 SL with the baby poo brown interior, and you had a Piaget Polo. You were Mr. Cool. You used to wear those white linen suits. You looked like an extra from Fantasy Island, okay? You looked like an extra from Fantasy Island. You drive around in your little SL, and, man, you would smoke these little white cigarettes, little thin white cigarettes, and... man, Piaget Polo, you were so cool, man. Piaget's had some amazing pieces. Same as Corum, it's another brand. Remember the Corum Golden Bridge? The Corum Golden Bridge? That was super money.
Well, and
$5 super chat, Tanzil, sorry. Archie, please play the video I just texted you live on air, since we're talking about Piaget.
I know which one's good. But the thing about Piaget is that actually...
how did he text this thing? I'm trying to find it. Where did he text it to?
Oh, I just
yes.
In the late,
I think it's still common.
In the late 90s, early 2000s, Piaget made a Grande Sonnerie watch. It was a minute repeater. And they hired... Before F.P. Journe made his own company and made his own minute repeaters, he worked for Piaget, and he created a minute repeater for Piaget with a Grande Sonnerie, a Petite Sonnerie, and a minute repeater. I mean, and a Réserve de Marche on the back.
Little Petite Sonnerie, Bugsy Malone.
So, no, I mean, so Piaget was creating F.P. Journe minute repeaters before F.P. Journe. I'm just
$2 super chat from Bear Clooney watches. Jin should only recommend beer.
Oh my, okay.
Or whiskey. I think whiskey's his jam. I think that's
whiskey. Yeah.
The best is Archie just got the video and he's playing it on mute just to verify what it is.
I'm actually gonna, Archie, I think I'm gonna go and buy some booze right now because I'm kind of running out.
Okay, Tan, how was your visit to Chicago?
Yeah, it was good. It was I was there for my niece's wedding, and unfortunately didn't get enough time to go looking at a bunch of like watch shops.
You're gonna look at the chronometer blue, right, from FP Journe?
I was gonna actually look for the Moser AD. I wanted to check out the Moser Pioneer. It's a watch I was interested in seeing. I just didn't get a chance to go, and the other Moser AD in Canada, I think, is in like Vancouver, which is on the other end of the country. So I just didn't get a chance to do that.
No, but I'm pretty sure you said the chronometer blue by FP Journe.
Yeah, I mean the FP Journe chronometer blue. I think the hard part about that is actually getting one at retail. They sell for above retail because it is the entry level FP Journe. It's very
it's
more sought after.
Yeah, more sought after. Yes.
I mean the likelihood of probably seeing one in the.
Sorry about that.
All right, Archie, put up the video. Let's put up the video.
So
talk about Piaget. Let's put up the video.
Now this is the video. This is on the paddock.
Well, you'll see. We're talking about Piaget's here, so just play the video and you.
No, where did you send it? Where did you send it?
I texted it to you.
Texted it. Okay, here we go. Okay.
You can just put it on the speaker. Yeah.
Shit. I gotta try and get this. Just hang on. Sorry. So this, I gotta get this fucking. My phone's on silent, so
Jesus, you would have figured for a guy who used to be in IT, like no wonder you got fired.
You accidentally deleted it already.
Yeah. Bruce, if I had your number, I would have texted you this video. I've been sending this to Jin a few days ago, and I had a nice laugh on
We
this
need
video.
to swap numbers. We need to
Yeah.
take care of that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll get it from Jin.
Same rule here applies to any of the major brands. Now, the major top echelon brands are Breguet, Vacher and Concertine, the Lange, and you'd also have to include Audemars Piaget.
So you knew what it was coming.
Yeah, thank you. This is just unscripted waffling. Don't you like my unscripted waffling, fuckers?
But here's the thing. I mean, how old is that video? So, 6 years, 5 years, and it still applies to today, right? Breguet is still one of your top brands. Vacheron.
You even sound different. You sound different.
Yeah, that's my applying for a job voice as opposed to my just normal obnoxious self. It's Tan, I got to tell you, is your life complete? I want to ask you honestly. I'm not trying to be a smartass. I just want to know truthfully, are you more fuller as a person owning that paddock?
I haven't looked for a replacement or the idea of replacing that watch at all. It just, you get the urge when you're kind of looking at a lot of things online, you're searching for different watches. I know that I'm going to, have a bit of money come towards the next couple of months. So I'm more looking at supplementing that watch.
Now, just back the truck up. Does that mean there'll be some good super chats coming from you in the next couple of months?
I don't know. Like, if you keep playing some quality videos like I just sent you, I have a lot of these old videos saved.
Yes.
Which I use to troll Jen once in a while. But yeah, I'm thinking of looking at either into an annual calendar or a 15400. I'm still trying to keep the collection small. I want to keep obviously Calatrava, my Hulk, my Datejust 2, but then I'm like, do I add a 15400 or do I add a annual calendar?
Datejust 2. Tan, which you have Datejust 2. Which
That's
one?
Right. I have the blue dial with Romans.
Okay.
It's fucking
awesome,
it's gorgeous.
Awesome, yeah. It's more sporty, wouldn't you say?
Well, interestingly enough, when I was buying that, I was also looking at a sub date. And I'd wear suits to work and stuff, so it just fit in my bill a little bit better than the sub date. But yeah, you can definitely wear it, a little dressed down. It's a little blingy with the fluted bezel on a Datejust 2, but I like the fact that it's a small production. I mean, they were only there for 5 years or something like that. Like I think over time it's going to be, a piece that probably has some decent value to it.
Okay.
So Howdy from Texas is asking, why don't I have a GMT? I had a GMT. Until recently I had an Explorer 2. I don't know. The problem with GMT right now is I don't really have a GMT that's appealing to me. Adding another Rolex to the collection. I mean, I've owned 16710s, Batmans. I've owned a bunch of different GMTs in the Explorer 2. So it's just not really something I'm looking at right now. But yeah, I agree. GMT would be a good choice.
How about the new Pepsi?
I've tried on the new Pepsi. It's okay. I would prefer a 16710 with the versatility. Like when the rancher bought his, he bought it as a Coke, and he called me, and he obviously very excited and bragging and everything else. And I said, "Well, are you going to go to the AD and get the other inserts?" And he's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "When I bought mine, that's what I did. I went to the AD, and then that's the first thing he did is he went there, I think he ordered a black insert, a Pepsi insert, and then another Coke insert. And you can add it on a Jubilee bracelet, an Oyster bracelet. I mean, you can get like a pretty versatile watch between them."
Absolutely, yeah.
That's amazing stuff there. I got to tell you, that 5127 you got, I fucking love it. Do you honestly think it is better to the 5107 with the smoother? The only difference is the movement and also the bezel. That's the two differences. The movement is obviously an improvement. It's basically the higher beat version of the 315 movement in the 324. What do you think of the bezel? Tell me, are you a curve or flat? What do you prefer, Tan?
I mean, having watched a lot of your videos, and I think a lot of that's come from, over the years, having it kind of imprinted in your mind, that smooth bezel on the 5107. I personally like the 5107. I know a lot of people don't. Like you said, the movement is there's not much difference, between the 315 and the 324. Like, I think it's just a personal thing, and my personal preference would be the 5107. I just couldn't find one for sale at the time when I was looking.
Wow. Okay, fair enough there. Do you agree the white gold would be a bit of a bitch if it's rhodium plated?
Yeah, I mean, having to replate it and everything else, I think that's really, everyone talks about the white metal being the metal to get in that watch because it makes it a lot more wearable. Even though it's a dress watch, if you have a white metal, you can wear it dressed down with some jeans and a shirt, or jeans and a polo. I do that. I wear it with jeans and a polo, some nice shoes, and it still looks good. I mean, leather straps on watches are they're not out of style or anything or out of fashion. It's the idea of a dress watch that's out of fashion. Nobody wants to be so dressy these days. But that doesn't mean that you can't wear a dress watch, dressed down a bit.
As you're a man of style, is the double-breasted suit out, Tan?
It is single-breasted suits. Yeah, single-breasted suits are where it's
way gone.
And it's been for a long time. Yeah, it's been for a long time. Slimmer fit,
I'll show you.
Slimmer fit.
I'll show you. This was my double-breasted suit here, guys. That was my double-breasted suit. There you go. It's out. It can't be out. That can't be out.
Well, I mean, the Chicago mob made you retire that suit when they stole your Explorer 1, so.
Sure.
Yes, I don't fit into that suit, mind you, even if I wanted to.
You got a $2 super chat, a nice super chat from Steve Camasso. Arch, if I ever came into money, I'll share it with you.
Ah, isn't that sweet?
That is
so cool. That's so cool.
So what I was saying was the idea of the dress watch is out, but the dress watch itself isn't. When people think of it, they're like, "Oh, I don't want a dress watch." You ever ask anybody? Do you know anybody who collects dress watches outside of Ving? He's probably the only guy I know who collects dress watches. Ask anybody else, and everyone's like, "Oh, I'm into sports watches. I'm not into dress watches."
But do you think that could be a good genre to have? Would dress watches possibly ever shoot up, or they're just fucked us?
Again, it's how fashion is too, right? I don't think the dress watch is out. I think you can wear a dress watch if you're wearing something that's smart casual or business casual or as long as you're not wearing a t-shirt and shorts. I think you can get by with it, especially if you have a white gold dress watch, right? Because of a white metal. I think absolutely you can. And it depends if you get a brown strap. Like I changed the strap on mine to a chocolate brown, make it just a little bit more less stuffy, I guess you would say. And then I got a matte strap instead of a shiny glossy strap, right? Like it's just you can change the look of it for sure.
Are you with your Patek? That's Patek for life. It's a keeper.
Yeah. So when it's funny because I can remember a time when you didn't have a Patek, and whenever someone would send in a review or talk about a Patek, it looked like it just stung you. Like every time you cringed because
it did.
I don't like that, and that was like how it was with me. Now I wasn't that big of a fan of the Nautilus when I had it, but like when I sold it and I didn't have a Patek for a while, I was like, I really want to get another Patek, and then I was on the hunt for a Calatrava. I was like, I want the quintessential. I want the flagship. I don't have the, I don't really have the knowledge and the know-how and really I think the funds to dive deep into a complication. I wanted to see a bunch of them before I got into what I really thought would be, for me. And that's why I started with the Calatrava again, and I'll probably go complication next.
Would you, I'm seriously considering, so basically in my case, I would love to have another high-end Patek or Lange or something like that sort of piece. It needs to be precious metal. Okay, that's why I've ruled out the 15.
I thought you couldn't buy a Lange for
well,
some
you know
reason.
what, like Sean, let's humor this, humor the viewers because a lot of them say we talk a lot about Patek, we talk a lot about Rolex. Let's humor them and talk about Lange. Like what Archie would get if he was to buy a Lange itself.
Well, I must say, look, I got to tell you the truth. I'm very fortunate that I have the World Time because that's the complicated one. That's the more expensive one to get. So now I just got to get a simple 3-hand, preferably with no date. But I would get a date one if the right one came up at the right money. It's always about the deal. But I got to tell you, an 1815 or a Saxonia, maybe, you can get one of those a fair bit cheaper than a comparable paddock. Paddock, you're paying a big premium. Paddock's a fucking deer, guys.
I think my concern with Lange is, I mean, everyone talks about the finishing and all the jazz about, hey, it's better than paddock because of this. Very few people actually talk about its resale. You know, yes, they have.
Let me say this to you, Tan. It's like this. Everyone criticizes Mercedes-Benz. They say, you know, the Jaguar is better, the BMW is better. But why does everyone keep using as a reference point paddock? It's because it is the best. It is the leader. Do you understand? It may not be the best, but it's the reference point that everyone uses.
Well, and that's the thing, right?
Like, Archie, I mean, we have exceptional horology watches as well.
Yes.
Paddock is just high horology.
Well, I think it's as high as most normal people could go. Would you go higher than Paddock, Tan? Like higher than Paddock?
Yeah, like if you're getting into like Richard Mille and you're getting into like really high-end boutique, like MBNF and shit like that. Yeah, like I mean that's, you know, if you're a Russian supervillain, then sure.
The problem is, I think a paddock is hard enough to sell. I think you're going to find.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Paddocks. Exactly. It's not that paddocks are hard to sell. It's just that people don't normally have $20,000. Do you understand?
Well, think of the market is exactly. It's super small when you get into that price range. You know, most people.
$5.49 Canadian. Richard Greenberg, some cash for the Archie Lane 1 fund. Archie Lane 1. Archie Lane 1 fund. Thank you.
You know, it's a smaller pool of people in that, you know, buying in that space. And again, it's you got the hierarchy, the pecking order of the most desirable watches. Nautilus being, you know, way up there. FP Journe, Chronomètre Bleu being way up there. AP Royal Oak, the ultra, the thin, the jumbo thin. 15202 being up there in blue dial. Like, yeah, you got a lot of, you know, heavy hitters that are up there that people want. Like, those are the ones that are the blue chips. You can sell those pretty quickly. Those are the Rolexes of that space.
Yes.
And then you get into the Calatravas, you get into the dress watches, you get into the Saxonias, you know, and again, smaller market, different type of clientele. Doesn't mean that they don't sell. They absolutely do. I was looking up the 5127. Somebody on the on one of the Facebook groups was angry that I made a joke on Ving's Explorer 1, and they got angry and they said, hey, that 5127 sits at a lot of dealers, you know, they're sitting at a lot of dealers' shelves. And I said to them, okay, go on the forums, go on Watch Recon and find me one that's up there, because they're just not there. They're not available, you know, and the last one that was sold in a day or two, you know. So, you know, it's just smaller pool, and it's not that they don't sell. It's, you know, they got the pecking order just like everybody else.
Tan, would you say an FP Journe is, I mean, equal to a Patek or a little?
I think it's in the class, right? An FP Journe, a Chronomètre Bleu, for example, is you know, it's a similar watch to a Calatrava, small seconds, you know, a non-complicated watch in that sense. Like, it is definitely there.
Yeah.
You know, finishing is great, you know, small brand, and actually has a decent following, you know, of collectors that like FP Journe. You know, so of all the Journes, if you're to get one, you know, and you want to kind of just dive into it, then that'd be the one to get. You know, because you know that
the most popular one as well, right?
It is the Chronomètre de Bleu. The Chronomètre de Bleu. You know, they say about FP Journe, they say you should always get the brass movement ones. You know that?
But the Chronomètre, the blue is made of tantalum, is it?
Yes, it is. It's look, I've actually held a Chronomètre de Bleu. That's where I had that famous shot with my the World Time, comparing the two. And I got to tell you, it is amazing. The FP Journe is amazing, but I prefer the World Time. I'm a conservative guy. I'm a conservative, middle-aged, overweight, white guy. I'm not a cool, trendy fucker. The FP Journe is for, like, you know, it's like for movie producers today.
Yeah,
I'm more in the Harvey Weinstein. I'm more in the Harvey Weinstein mold, more as opposed to the Brad Pitt caring, sharing. Let's sing Kumbaya together and let's talk about, you know.
So watch
Well,
aficionado
you know what
in the
happened?
comments,
Yeah, many
guys.
people are saying that FP Jean is a little bit above.
I mean, it's guys. We're
perceptually.
talking about in the same. We're talking about the same class. We're talking about, like, you know, if you're
Yeah.
thinking of Mercedes, BMW, etc., being the same
Yeah.
class. Whether one's better or not, that's obviously what we're debating. Watch aficionado was talking about how, you know, AP makes a lot less watches than Patek, and I replied saying, well, Patek has a lot more, you know, lines that they make. AP is very focused on the Royal Oak. We don't know how many, you know, of the Jules Audemars they make and these
They
other
don't
lines.
fucking sell. They're fucking terminal dog shit, really, aren't they? Let's be honest there.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean,
AP
and this
is
is what-
one line horse. It's the Royal Oak, in the Royal Oak traditional classic version or the offshore version. You do not buy any of the other fucking lines. You will fucking never sell it, will you?
And then on the flip, and on the same side with the FP Jour, I mean, their sports models don't sell very well versus their dress watches, right? Whereas in Patek's case, the dress watches sell, their complications sell, the Nautilus, I mean, the Aquanaut, try getting your hands on one of
Fucking
those.
crazy. It's crazy
Right.
now. Even an Aquanaut is fucking impossible to get your hands on.
What about an H Moser?
Moser is, I mean, they have perpetual calendars. They have the ability to make complications in house that are up there. Again, they're small. They're boutique. You have to like them.
Yeah, boutique,
I've
yeah.
actually, for example, communicated with the CEO of Moser. You know,
Wow.
talking about the Pioneer. I was interested in it. I pinged him a message on social media. He responded. We had a nice chat. You know, and if you like that kind of a brand, right? There's some people who, like, you know, they're so into watches that they want to have some kind of a connection with the brand.
Yeah.
And Archie, you know, somebody who's no longer on the channel, but you know, had a big falling out with Rolex, and now they have a real connection with AP, right? Because they have a connection with the brand, and they love those watches because of their connection with the brand, right? So it's like that with Mosers. If you like those small brands and you can build a connection with them, I think, you know, that's where you're gonna have your loyal fan base.
Who was this?
The Fallout guy?
Yeah. Which Fallout? I had so many Fallouts lately.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
it's somebody who was who's on the channel who's no longer. Well, there's only a few people that have been banned from this channel, so.
Okay, fair enough. And they got an affiliation now with what? AP.
AP, yeah. I mean, they were big in Rolex.
There's a
and-
question for you.
But
from
they've
Stephen
only got
Lopez.
one girl size AP, don't they? That's not even a real AP.
No, that's not who I'm talking about. It's someone else who's from the British Isles, who's still in the British Isles.
I don't know.
Let's move on.
Let's
I
move
did.
on. How are you? How are you?
Get
Did
some.
you get your drink?
I did. So here's fuckers.
Okay. Cheers.
What'd you get,
cheers.
Jen? What'd you get?
You
I
got
just
wine.
There's some wine. I was
Yeah.
whatever. I just grabbed the first thing I could find. I just went downstairs.
Oof, that's a big,
Cool.
that's a big swig of the wine, buddy. We just
Yeah.
start pouring shots of wine, and just
Why
down.
the hell?
I mean, we need to get Archie lit too to get on the same level as you. So let's give Archie a drink here. Drink
Yeah.
up, big.
Well, you know, I don't do fake drinking on the channel, unlike some.
You know, if you're gonna drink, Archie needs to drink
Yeah.
as well. So
No, that's exactly right. I do. Oh, okay, another drink. Yes, thank you so much. There, I think I might have a scotch if you don't mind, boys.
What are you drinking, Archie?
I'm drinking Dalwhinnie. This stuff here is
You've
15.
been nursing that bottle for a month.
I know. I well, Dalwhinnie is a good scotch. I only drink it when I'm on air. I normally drink when I'm not off air. I drink mixer like Johnny Walker Red Label, which I put into a blue label bottle.
In a few days for me.
So Howdy from Texas is asking if your 5110 has a display case back to show.
Oh, of course. Yes. Well, it's currently the 5110. Yes, it does have the display case back. That's a just to show you I'm not going cheap on this here, the scotch. Look at that. That is pure Dalwhinnie 15. It's got a beautiful micro rotor, the 240. Yeah, that's the other thing I wanted to get there when I was really mad about Pateks. I tell you, this was my ultimate combo meal deal. I wanted to have a micro rotor 240. I wanted to have the big rotor that you've got, Tan, and I wanted to have a 215 manual wind. I wanted to have the 3 different movements. That's another.
Yeah, interesting enough. I mean, I think your rotor is a 22 carat gold rotor versus I think the bigger one's a 21 carat gold rotor.
Yeah, well, the 240 is using the micro rotor. But I'd like to have. Wouldn't that be a cool Patek collection to have 3 Pateks with different movements? Like the 215, you'd have to say is the classic bread and butter Patek movement. The movement that you've got, which is the 324 movement,
324,
that is the classic big rotor movement. And then you've got the 240 movement. That's the 3 classic Patek movements. Wouldn't that be so cool?
Yeah, if you're gonna go 5196 with the manual wind movement, absolutely. I agree with if you're doing micro rotor movement in your world time and the workhorse 324, right? I mean, you can't get better than that. And a ton of the complications are based off these movements. So
yes. Well, the 324 movement became that was the basis for for so many Pateks.
If you're gonna collect that many, like have 3 watches in a collection, wouldn't you want to get something tried and tested, like a vintage Calatrava, or a vintage complication watch, and get something more tried and tested?
Kind of a minefield in itself. I like things that are usable, have seals that basically work.
You're not going to take a Patek underwater anyway, so the seals don't matter.
Yeah, but in a high humidity country like Australia, you want the seals to be more modern. That's right.
Like, you would say that a 3940 is, you wouldn't buy one?
I'd love a 3940. That was my grail of grails, man. 3940. I have fantasized about a 3940 for so long. That's why I got the 5110
watch, right? That's a vintage watch. The 3940 is a vintage watch by this point. Absolutely.
Well, you could say a 5110 is a vintage watch too in the same genre.
5110 is early 2000s. 3940 is way before that.
A little bit before that. Not way. Not way.
No,
you got to remember. Well, the 3940. The movement, the 240 movement, which is also used in the 3940, that only came out. That's had its 30th anniversary in the late 70s. It came out. So the 3940
was an 80s watch.
You know what? Yeah, 80s. Yes. 80s and 90s.
That's vintage, right? That's vintage. 80s is vintage.
By now, 80s is vintage. Yes.
Like if a 55.
Howdy from Texas says, also, why is VC part of the Holy Trinity? And I've never heard any of you looking at buying one.
It's because they got shocking resale. That's why.
I talk about Vacheron all the time, fuckers. I talk about Vacheron all the time. Nobody else wants to talk about it. I love Vacheron.
I can appreciate Vacheron. I just wouldn't own it.
I think the Patrimony is arguably the most iconic line of dress watches of all, or when you're talking about pure luxury.
The Patrimony, the Patrimony, yes.
Possibly the most iconic line of dress watches. I would say it possibly even tops the Calatrava.
$2 super chat from Steve Comasso. That kid drinks wine like grape juice. I know who he's talking about there. $6.99 super chat from Richard Greenberg. Arch, do you still have the Omega? Man on the fucking moon! Never see you wear it. Yes, I do. That is a keeper. That is a keeper. I tried to pass it off as a Speedy Friday, Good Friday, the death of Omega, but no son of a bitch bought it. So I do have my Omega Speedmaster. Man on the fucking moon!
So Watch Aficionado saying the VC Patrimony is greater than or equal to the Patek Calatrava. And I'm going to have to disagree. I think that, look at the history of the Calatrava too. I mean, it was released at a time when Patek was just bought by the Stern brothers. And
can I just say this too? Also, if you look at the Patrimony was a modern name given to it way into its lifespan. Like I had a 6405. It wasn't given a name like a Patrimony. Whereas the Calatrava from day one was always a Calatrava.
Right, but everyone talks about the AP being the savior of the Royal Oak being the savior of AP, but not a lot of people talk about the Calatrava actually being the savior of Patek when it was going under. It was bought by the Stern family, and it was a raging success in 32, which brought the brand back at the forefront.
But you know, the Calatrava name did not actually come out in 1932. The reference 96 was not officially called the Calatrava.
Jin, you can't let truth get in the way of a story. Jin, what
But
are you
it's-
doing to me, man? Back me up, man. Back me up.
Patrimony is an equally iconic watch, I think. It's and Vacheron has always been one of those brands. Vacheron is less of a collector's brand than Patek. That is 100% for sure.
I agree.
But I would have to say the Vacheron World Time I think is better than the Patek World Time. It's 36 zones instead of 24. It's a fucking amazing watch, but you'd have to buy a Patek World Time because that's the iconic keeper.
So Watch Aficionado was talking about the JLC Reversal came out a year before the Calatrava, and Patek, you know, also released a model. They released I think like 3 with the Reversal case in the 30s. And yeah, I mean they Patek used to buy movements from Jaeger, and they would buy dials from Stern Frere. Like, you know, that's what their business was until 32. But when 32 came out and they released the reference 96, that was a raging success. That brought them back, right? So that's my thing is you know, you can talk about all their world first and you can talk about all these things, but you can't forget the fact that really made an impact in a time when Patek was literally about to shut its doors.
Yeah, but I think the Reversa came out in 31, right?
Yes.
That's right. That's what he's saying. It came out a year before the Calatrava, right? But
Yeah.
I mean, no one's saying that the Reversal is not iconic. You know, but I mean, think about it. You know, where did JLC go for a number of years? You know, they were gone for a number of years. How many Reversals can you find from, you know, the 70s? You know, like they were gone.
Well, the problem is the Reverso was expensive to make. That case, how many fake Reversos do you see? Because the case is such a bitch.
Yeah.
So many parts in it. You don't see many fake. Have you seen a fake Reverso?
No,
No.
they exist, but
Who would make a fake Reverso? It's a bad business to be in. Go make a fake pan.
it is. I think the difference. I think the difference with Patek is also their. I mean, Archie, you got the latest Patek magazine. I think it came out a few weeks ago, and one of the sections is about auctions. And Patek is so active in the auction market. They care about the value of their pieces. They actively buy for their museum.
Hey, let me tell you this. Fuckaroonies. I've just come back from overseas. Here are my 3. I get 3 issues of the Patek magazine, okay?
One in English, one in Japanese, and I don't know what the third one is.
Yeah, it's an extra English one for
English.
Just keeping a second copy, which I can sell on eBay in a few years' time.
One in pigeon.
Yeah, you know, I got to tell you the truth there. I'm here for the long haul with Patek. I love my Patek. Patek is an amazing company. I'll just open it up there. I love the Patek magazine. I love that whole. You know the Patek magazine. That is one of the most exclusive magazines in the world. Did you know that? Like it's
only available to people who are owners and have registered as owners.
It's like one of the hardest magazines in the world to get. You know this, don't you? Da-da-da! I love it.
So
absolutely.
So they have a section that's just dedicated to auction.
I think the Patrimony Perpetual Calendar is a really, really good watch.
I don't think anyone's saying that Vacheron doesn't make good watches, guys. I don't think that's what we're saying. If I had, and this is again, a lot of people on YouTube talk about value props. This is a value prop. This is a value prop. No, think about opportunity cost. I have $20,000 US. What am I going to spend that on? Right? What is my opportunity cost of buying a Patrimony over a Calatrava, over a Lange 1? Right? What is my opportunity cost? Right? What's a better value for me? Right? If you love the watch, fuck, go get it. No one's saying a Vacheron's not a good watch.
A Vacheron is a beautiful watch. Beautiful. Fuck, they got some amazing watches.
But I mean, Bear Clooney is in the chat, and he's very adamant of saying, hey, get a fucking gold sub, get a gold date. You know, I think Rolex is a lot more value to me, right? So, I mean...
You know what made me get rid of my gold sub? Do you want me to tell you honestly what made me get rid of the fucking thing?
What?
You know what was the actual... I had this real nasty property developer, okay? So his family had built this fucking skyscraper at the Gold Coast, and they went bankrupt, okay? Okay. And this son of a bitch, he's a fan of the channel, by the way, too. Most villains are. And I got to be honest, he wanted to buy my gold sub. And I said to him, I just politely, he has a French accent because he went to school in France. I said to him, tried to say politely, I said to him, don't you feel, what are you doing buying a gold Submariner when you've got so many small businesses who went broke because of your company. He didn't have an answer to that. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And he was quite upset when I said to him, we would have to do the deal in cash because I don't want rollback with the receiver. The receiver, technically, if he paid me by check or a transfer,
Yeah.
the receiver would come in and say, hey, we want that back, and you become a creditor. I said to him, hey,
Right, absolutely. Yeah,
we
yeah.
can't
I mean,
fucking do this. He was highly offended that I didn't give him the suck-ass service that his access to money should allow him to have. So I was sick of these really dodgy, sleazy cunts who want to own fucking gold submariners. They are the nastiest. I mean, these are nasty villains. Property developers, I don't know if you get lower than that, do you, in the food
we
chain?
got a $1 super chat from M. Bernard. No message, just a super chat.
Thank you, M. Bernard. It all helps. So I got to be honest with you, that type of person, I thought, ooh, what a cunt. That's all I could describe him as, a fucking cunt.
That's the kind of person who would buy a Vacheron. No, I mean, no, but I mean, that's the point. Is that Vacheron is a brand for someone who cares about luxury.
I got to tell you, have you seen the theme song to Vacheron? They have the classical music.
Yeah.
I used to listen to that every Saturday when I had my Vacheron. I'd have my eggs and bacon roll with listening to that music for 40 minutes.
You know, Vacheron has one of their patrimonies has a movement, a tourbillon, with a 14-day power reserve. Like, fuck me, that 14-day, 2-week power reserve. I mean, fuck.
I think that
it is an auto.
Yeah, but that's the thing. When you buy those watches, Jin, like you buy for yourself, right? Like I don't, you know, half people won't know what I have on my wrist, right? But when you have a gold sub or a gold day date, you know, part of it is like I want to show it off a bit, right? I go to Vegas and I'm in the pool and I'm wearing it, right? Like, you know, when I wear my Patek,
a gold day date is like having an S-Class. Okay.
A gold day date is like wearing a name tag saying "fuck you, I'm an asshole." I mean, it's almost an act of aggression.
I believe when you buy a new Porsche, you do get a gold day date with it.
If only. If only, then Porsches would be.
I would sell my M4 and get a Porsche, man. Fuck that.
So I got to tell you, I wanted to ask you guys. I'm really interested with Tan because he's got the M4. If you had to make a choice, say things went shithouse, would you sell the M4 first, or would you sell the Patek? Which would you sell first?
Oh, the M4 for sure. It wouldn't be able to watch.
So you'd rather drive a Corolla than have a Patek?
Well, again, it's why I have the Patek, right? It's a watch for me, right? When I drive my M, I mean, my M is you know, it's
the M is
tuned,
amazing.
It's got it's tuned. It's pretty, you know, it is definitely for looks in a lot of aspects of the car, right? So that's not always just for me, but the watch itself is for me. So why would I, you know, I'd rather sacrifice.
But if money went bad, say shit hit the fan, right? Like it can happen. Let me tell you the truth. I've had the shit hit the fan many times.
Yeah.
Would you get rid of the car or the watch first?
I would probably get rid of the car just because watches are a hobby that I am a lot more dedicated to than the car hobby. Now I am part of a lot of car clubs here in my city, and a lot of the guys have been pretty angry that I haven't. Like I've been invited to a lot of the car shows, and there's actually a couple this weekend that I didn't go to. So I am involved in that, but you know the watches are obviously a lot more. You know.
You mean to say you didn't go just so you could come on the ArchieLuxury channel?
Well, it's evening here, right? So the car shows are during the day, so it wouldn't have conflicted with this.
What made you not go? I love car shows.
I don't know. It's a lot.
Can I say this to you, Tan? I don't know if you know this. I just want to relate this to you. When I bought my 5107, okay, so this was 2009. I don't know if you know this, Tan, but I also had the most beautiful car in the world. It wasn't mine. It was a friend's. I was lending. I could have bought it off him, but I didn't have the money. You know, when I had the 5107, I had the Mercedes Pagoda, the blue.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
You think that's more beautiful than a 2002?
What's that?
You think that's better than a 2002?
The Mercedes Pagoda. That's the model that came after the Gullwing, for fuck's sake. Do you understand?
Is that what a BMW 2002?
Yeah, 2002. perfect. A 2002 is so perfect.
Yeah, but a 2002 is like a Rolex. An SL is an SL. An SL is like you don't understand an SL. An SL for fuck's sake.
All right, we got $5 Australian here from M. Bernard. Is it bad to wake up with a sore bum and $5 in my hand? I could use the $5 to buy cheap eBay vinyl band?
$5 is always $5 for nothing. I can get a pizza. I can get a feed. I can get a feed from Domino's for $5. Pepperoni, and I don't want the thin crust. I want the pan crust. $5.
So
Except on Sundays. Except on Sundays, where there's a 10% surcharge. $5.50.
People in the live chat are talking back about the mid-sized Royal Oak, and like Jin was saying, there's nothing wrong with a lot of people probably wouldn't even know the difference. It's if
I
you're
gotta be
not
honest with you, if I got one at a good price, I reckon the 37 mil is a perfect size. I think the 42 mil on the 41 mil on the 15400, I think it's too big. Unless you're
because they wear a lot bigger than the size.
Can I tell you a funny story? Do you want to hear a funny story?
Yes, please.
Because as I was saying to you, with the gold Submariner, I got rid of it because this fucking property developer who went broke and cost many small businesses their home, he wanted to buy my gold sub. Can I tell you about the story? I met a Royal Oak wearer.
Yes.
So I'm on the plane, right? This was when I got upgraded to business class with Hong Kong Airlines. So I'm flying back, and the guy next to me is wearing a 15400 with the bluey grey dial. And I don't mean to be nasty. I was wearing the gold sub at the time. And I said to him, you say hello, nice watch. He says, oh, nice watch too. He saw my gold sub. And we start talking about, what do you do, to afford this beautiful watch? What business are you in? You just want to know. You just want to know, is he a doctor? Is he a lawyer? Is he a businessman? And he was a network marketing man. I thought, oh, fuck! Like Amway. Amway, don't you?
Yeah.
Network marketing. That's not a cool thing to do, is it? Like, you're better off to be a porn producer or Harvey Weinstein than to be in network marketing.
I'm not gonna get involved in this.
No, but you understand what I'm saying, right? Anyhow, that was the AP guy. He just wasn't cool, right?
Yeah.
And I got to be completely honest with you, right? The coolest people I've met, what watch is the coolest people you've met, Jin? Tell me this. You've met some amazing people. What's the coolest watch you've seen in the wild?
Well, recently I saw a Royal Oak chronograph. I saw a 5711 when I was up on Madison Street in New York on the Upper East Side. I've seen some Breguet Classiques, and then in my professional environment, every fucking cunt and has a steel sub, like a 16.
Yeah.
It's like that's so fucking passe. I have seen some Pateks. I've seen a Piaget Altiplano, which I really yes, I saw someone wear a Piaget Altiplano, and I immediately thought, this guy is.
Did you say, what an amazing watch you've got?
I did, yeah. I told him, like, this is amazing.
What did he say? He said, "This is not the first person who's ever said anything."
No. He assumed because you're Asian, so you must like worship Piaget, because Piaget they do like 80% of their sales in Asia now.
Of course, yes.
In Asia, Piaget and Vacheron are like top brands in Asia. Because they love precious metals, they love dress watches, they love snobbery and prestige.
Yes.
It's all about how much brand can you get for the least amount of money.
Yeah,
or how much.
Bear Clooney says that your gold sub is the most memorable ArchieLuxury watch to me.
I love the gold sub. I've got to be honest with you. I'm really having a hard time deciding, do I get a 5196 or another gold sub back?
Yeah, I thought you were going to get the 5196R, the rose gold one.
Whatever 5196 is a deal, because I got to be honest with you, money is very important to me. The only thing is, the guy I sold the gold sub to, he's experiencing some financial problems. I may be able to buy it back.
They're quite cheap now, actually, Archie. We were talking the other day. There was a 5196R that sold at
12,000.
Christie's. No, 13,000. So I mean, that's fucking cheap.
How much is it for retail, Jin?
Full retail for a 5196 is 22,000 in rose or white gold, and it's like over 30,000 for platinum.
Okay, let's keep platinum aside right now. Maybe
So in gold,
22,000. Okay,
which is not bad actually. Like when you think of what can you get from a Longa at that price, you can't get too much. I mean, you can get Longa, you can get a Saxonia thin 37 millimeter for 15,200. You can get a Saxonia 39 mil Aventura dial, so that Aventurine dial. So that's the like the blue sparkly dial. You can get that 1,000. And if you want the Saxonia thin, if you want the Saxonia 40 millimeter version, that is $25,000. So it's at $10,000 you have to pay for 3 millimeters.
Yeah.
Like fuck. Yeah, and like the 1815.
It's not the size that counts; it's how you use it. You know.
Yeah.
Again, no comment.
But Paul,
the 1815 annual calendar is 35,000. The 1815 up down is 35,000. The 1815 annual calendar is like 39,000. So I mean, when you're talking about, I think personally, if I was going to go for that kind of watch, I'd go for the Saxonia, like 37 mil Saxonia.
Okay, Rich Betty says, Vin, I got my 5196R this March. It was dated December 2017 with papers for $15,000.
I agree. You can get one like really at a really great deal used, and when you're like, you can get one even less than that when you like the one that sold at Christie's yesterday sold for 13 and something for something with box and papers.
Oh, sorry, I just got a super chat to put in there. Walker Gann, $1.99, 16570 or Day Trust or other Rolex to celebrate promotion. Get the fucking Explorer 2, fuckers! That is a sleeper. That is a fucking sleeper. And I tell you what, they are exploding. If you can still get a 16570, jump on that fucker fast. Your advice. Give me your advice.
But the new ones aren't that popular, I think.
No, but I'm saying, what should you get? He's got a promotion. The guy's got big bucks, big bucks, big bucks. What would you go for, a 16570 or a Datejust or another Rolex to celebrate a promotion? Get the Explorer 2 whilst you can, because they are going through the roof, man. They are fucking exploding. They're shooting to the stars.
Okay, so other Rolex to celebrate. We don't know his budget. We don't know which Rolex, how much money he can spend.
He's debating between Explorer 2, like a 40 mil Explorer 2 and a Datejust. So we'll assume that he's playing like on the lower end of steel Rolex, like let's say like about 5,000 US.
Okay.
I would say, neither of those are bad options, but to celebrate a promotion, like if you're celebrating a promotion and you're talking about buying a Rolex, I think you got to kind of do. The Explorer 2 is a cool watch, right? I like the Explorer 2,
I think you should go with this. Honestly,
I agree. I think that's going to get you more respect because if you are going for a promotion and you're in that kind of, and if you believe that you're in that kind of level where people around you are all wearing Rolexes, nobody gives a fucking shit about the Explorer 2. They're going to look at the Explorer 2 and think that's the ugliest Rolex I've ever seen. They see a Datejust, exactly what it is, and they're going to respect you for wearing a Datejust. So I think get a date chest, get a modern one on a Jubilee, white gold fluted bezel, 116234. I mean,
Beautiful
you
watch.
don't need any other watch other than that. I mean, that's a perfect watch.
Yeah, it ticks so many boxes. I mean, you can wear it with anything.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just a complete all-round watch, in my opinion.
exactly. Yeah, I mean, I do agree the 40 mil Explorer 2s are better than the 42 mil Explorer 2s, because the 42 mil Explorer 2s have those crazy orange GMT hands,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
they do nothing. In fact, they do less than nothing for me.
Less than nothing.
But
16.5,
yeah, I mean,
the older one, which the Polar, which you have, Paul, I think that's much better than the new ones. Yeah.
absolutely, because it
Actually,
has.
they're starting to become more valuable. They're starting to get the same,
I agree.
if not more money. I heard the last series, which is sort of the most desired, is getting more money than current model 42 mil Explorer 2s. And I got to say, if I was buying a new one, I would be buying a second-hand 42 mil Explorer 2. I think they're great bang per buck. They're an amazing watch for the money. But I got to tell you, honestly, in all honesty there, I would seriously...
You know what I would
go on.
You know what I would do? $5,000 US. You know what I would do? I'd buy a fucking. I would do one of three things. I would buy a Brigade Type 20.
So if you had how much was this again? 20,000 US?
No, 5,000 US. So we're assuming that if you're thinking of getting a used Explorer 2 or a date chest, you're looking at
a Brigade Type 20.
I would either get a Brigade Type 20, B, a Vacheron Overseas first generation 42042, so the 37 mil time and date. I would get date just 116234, or I would get a. I'm going to go a little bit out there even more. I'd get a Blancpain Vierge, either any of them really. Like if you can get a Blancpain Vierge triple calendar at that price, fuck me dead. That is a fuck off watch at that price. And I think you can actually get a few. You might be able to get into a Brigade Classique, like a used one at that price. If you can get into one for 5,000 US, I kind of doubt that you can get into like a really good one. But if you could get into a Brigade Classique, I mean, it's a fucking Brigade Classique for fuck's sake. How can you fucking go wrong with that?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a fucking Brigade. Brigade is the coolest fucking brand there is.
Yeah.
Brigade is the coolest brand. Hey, I want to. Brigade is. I love my Brigade. It's.
No, you know what I've been talking about.
I'm surprised you don't have one. I'm surprised you don't have one, Jin. You're so cool.
I may buy one.
I really love the Brigade Marine. If I was to buy another one, if I was seriously, I think that the problem with the Type 20 is it's kind of the Brigade you buy when you just, it's the entry level Brigade, right? Because it's a
Brigade. But the Brigade Marine is sporty and cool, and it has the price tag of a real Brigade.
And exactly. And I mean, a Brigade Marine isn't that much more than a Type 20, but it's got much more kudos.
Well, it's actually like 5,000 more than a Type 20. So, I mean, it is like quite a bit more.
Can you get a steel Brigade Marine?
Yes, you can. The 5817 was the one that I was thinking about. I really, the Marine with a big date, I really like that watch. But I think for me, Brigade, I would go with the Classique. I just, when I think of Brigade, I think of a Guilloche dial. I think of a classic dress watch, like a 1990s banker's watch. Like like not some fucking up and comer associate. Like a managing director's banker's watch. Like some fucker who's they've gone beyond the fucking Xenia ties and shit. Now they're wearing. Now they're only wearing Ferragamo or Charvet ties, and they're wearing.
Speaking of which, Archie just sent me a Xenia suit he has. So You kind of just insulted him by accident there.
You never insulted me. I bought that suit fucking 20 years ago.
Hisham, you're getting called out in the comments here. A lot of people are
Yeah,
requesting.
yeah.
I don't fit into it, by the way, Tan. I don't fit into the fucking thing. And the pants, it was a silk and wool suit, and the pants always wear between the crotch. You know this, don't you?
What is the secret of a good biryani? Ted DiBiase.
Oh, you live in Hyderabad, so biryani.
Yeah.
Hyderabad biryani is the best.
It is the best, but I have absolutely no idea.
Hisham has cooks, by the way, guys. The rich in India have servants.
Everyone
That
has
is
servants
true.
in India.
Yeah.
His servants
no,
probably earn more than AC3 does.
All right, boys. You're falling behind on the super
Okay,
chats.
$5 super chat.
Yeah.
Archie, if Ving
go on.
came to Brisbane, I may actually be going to Australia soon. Actually, probably to Adelaide, but I may have to go there for work. Actually, so
I'll fly and meet you. There's no problems there.
if Ving came to Brisbane and you were to present him as your illegitimate,
By the way, if you're going to Adelaide, could you just Google bodies in a barrel? Could you just research that before you go to Adelaide? Just research Google bodies in barrel bank. Okay.
I've been to a test match at the Adelaide Oval.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Before they built like the huge grandstand, it was one of the most beautiful grounds.
No, before building the grandstand.
Yes, it was way more beautiful back then because it was a lot
Wow.
more open.
Oh my God, guys! Shane Warren's killing my mojo here.
Okay.
Shane Warne
Archie,
is
if
not
Ving
from
came to-
Adelaide. He's not from Adelaide.
No, Shane Warne's a bogan.
No,
He's
no.
a fucking-
Shane Warne is
from
from
Victoria. He's from Victoria.
Victoria.
Archie, if Ving came to Brisbane and you were to present him as your illegitimate son from a Blue Velvet gig in the 1980s, which watch would you let him wear?
I let him wear the Breguet, of course, the Type 20 on a leather strap. I'll put it on a leather strap, okay?
Yeah, Breguet is the cool fucking brand. I mean, whenever I encounter, because a lot of my clients are like old money people, and all of these motherfuckers. I mean, Breguet.
Do you see many Type 20s in there?
No. No, fuck no. It's all like classiques. Archie, they don't want fucking steel Lamania chronograph.
What's wrong with Lamania? Protect me, use Lamania.
As I said, Piaget used to own Lamania. And Lamania actually, Nouvelle Lamania, actually owned a 20% stake in Hoyer.
All right, so we got a $2 super chat from Eddie LTU. Shooter Pepsi or Seamaster chronograph?
So you know what? Actually, I put my name on the list for a Chuda Pepsi today.
You did?
I did.
I thought you'd never do that.
Well, I mean they're cheap, so I'm like, whatever. Fuck. I mean, like the retail on those, like. Yeah, I mean, if I get the call, I'll buy it. I mean, what's the retail on those, like in US dollars, like 3,500 US ish, high
around about there. Yeah.
It like whatever. Like I'm not gonna.
So
like it's not.
Are you gonna tell Eddie to get the Tudor Pepsi?
Oh, I'll buy it, and if once I get it, I can do whatever the fuck I want. I can flip it, I can wear it, I can wear it and then flip it, or keep it. At that price, like you don't really need to even really think about those kind of purchases, especially like it's such a safe bet. You're almost buying.
Yeah, it is. Dan, what about you, man? Will you get the Tudor Pepsi or the Seamaster chronograph?
Between the two, I'd probably go Tudor Pepsi, but I wouldn't. I'm not gonna go try to get the Tudor Pepsi at retail. I tried it on. It's like it feels like a Black Bay. I'd always feel like I'm shortchanged. I didn't get the Rolex GMT, so for me, it's just not my thing.
Are they available in stock? Can you even buy one of these?
I'm seeing people get them at retail. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Tudor Pepsi is not. I mean, you have to wait a bit, but you can get them at retail.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think the gray market's selling for about maybe $1,000 above retail right now.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I mean, the price tag on those is not even. It's not a 5-figure watch. I mean, this is a,
Yeah.
you know, this is a watch that costs less than $4,000 US. Like,
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
a watch that you don't really need to. It's not really going to hurt you to put up the
No,
money
but
for.
is it better than a Planet Ocean?
A Planet Ocean. Honestly, as when it comes to Omega watches, like sport watches, I don't like the Planet Ocean that much. I like the Aquaterra, but that's probably not a surprise.
Bear
It's
Clooney
probably
watch
not.
says Bear Clooney watch says I hate Diet Pepsi. It's funny.
Hey guys, I want to ask you. I've been offered a swap deal, and I just want your advice. Okay, I just want to hear what you think of this. So I've been offered, my PAM 24 submersible.
Yes.
Someone has said to me, Archie, would you swap that? So they're going to give me a Rolex Explorer 2, 42 mil, box papers, everything.
Yeah.
For my PAM 24, which is box papers, everything. And I have to give them $1,300 US.
You have $1,300 US.
And I have to give them $1,300 US. I'll borrow it, okay?
Okay, no. What's the reference number on the?
On the what?
Yeah,
Explorer
sorry,
2.
the Explorer 2.
The Explorer 2 is a 216570. It's
So
the
that's
42
new.
mil.
Explorer,
It's the
new
current
Explorer
model.
2.
Yeah. What do you think?
Go for it.
$1,300 US.
Yeah, go for it.
The,
If you have it, go for it.
Market price on a PAM 34 is about $4,500 US.
No, PAM 24.
Sorry, PAM 24. You're right. PAM 24 is about $4,500 US. So if you're adding 1,500, $6,000, that's really you got to look at it. That's what the Explorer 2 is worth. I think that's about right.
Yeah.
Would you do it or not? Is
the
there profit in it
Explorer
or not? That's what I want to know. Is there profit in it?
Well, I think your money would be a lot more safe.
Safer,
that,
yes,
but-
yes. That's
It's
right.
all about the money. It's all about the money, fuckers. It's all I care about.
not
Is
about the
Like, I
passion.
don't think you're gonna get your $4,500. That's my problem. Is I don't think you're gonna get your $4,500. So if you got to put an extra 15 or whatever to at least be able to liquidate your money later down the line with an Explorer 2. And by the way, Explorer 2s are sitting in AD's cases right now. Like I've got multiple
Yeah,
ADs and I
that's
see
right.
both of them sitting there. So
how much would they sell it to you for? What's the cheapest you can get a
they'll
new?
sell retail. They won't sell it like on a discount.
No discount. What is full retail on that fucking thing?
Let me look it up here in Canada. What it is?
It's about 7,500 US, I think.
So the question is, should I swap the PAM for the Explorer 2? Yes or no?
Yes, absolutely. Your PAM is dog shit. I mean, it's fucking
Yeah,
sucky.
you should swap it because, as Tan said, it's safer. It's safer.
The PAM is a cooler watch, but
No.
Okay, Steve Camasso, $2. Tell him $800 or no, thank you.
Okay, on the deal.
Hey, I've
Well-
offered Archie swaps like for the past couple of live shows. I said swap my 5127 for your 5110.
Yeah.
You know, like he keeps ignoring that I'm also offering swaps here.
You know, Archie,
And I'll fly to Hong Kong to pick it up.
Archie, I'm currently in 2 auctions right now. I told you that there was one a sport watch that I wasn't really gonna spill the beans on until it actually happened. But there's another one. I'm thinking of buying a 18 karat gold, yellow gold, JLC perpetual calendar.
Ooh.
What do you think about that?
I think
That
my honest
is
advice to you would be
awesome.
you're very lucky to have the 976 that Tan sold you because he really fucking gave it to you as a gift. That's enough JLC
It
in
wasn't
your
a-
life.
It wasn't a gift, Archie. I paid it.
You
I
sold
paid
it.
it.
What was
He
that?
sold it.
Archie, he paid me
sold
by email. He paid me by email, like money transfer. What was the password you had? It was something like Pontiff or something.
Yes.
It's something ridiculous. And I'm like, I could have hacked the password and taken the money anyways. Like,
No, Archie. It was maybe on the low end of market prices, but I didn't like steal it from him. I mean, he told me the price that he would be willing to sell it at, and I gave it to him. So I mean,
I understand. Look, sometimes it's good to get rid of these. Look, I got to be completely frank and honest with you.
What do you think of a gold, a solid gold?
My only problem is I think I'd be better off putting that money in. Once you get a fucking 5196, that's what I would do if I would. Oh, you talk about your love Breguet. Why don't you buy a Breguet, get a Breguet Marine and be done with it, for fuck's sake.
The price that we're talking about, let's just be clear, is we're talking 4,000 pounds sterling. So that's
6,000.
about 6,000 US.
Buy it.
You're
not going to get any paddock for that money. Buy it! Buy it! Buy it! Buy it! Buy it! Buy it! Stop fucking around! What are you wasting my time for? Buy the fucking thing, man! Come on!
A solid gold JLC perpetual calendar.
Wow.
4,000 pounds sterling.
Buy it!
I really find that hard to believe, honestly.
But you know what a bargain is? If you really want a bargain, do you want a bargain?
What?
For 6,000 US, you can buy an Audemars Piguet 36mm perpetual calendar in gold.
Is this a 33 mil?
No,
36mm, 36. This is a perpetual calendar.
Perpetual.
I don't think 6,000 US. I think you're gonna get you're gonna get a triple date. You can get an AGV special. I mean,
$2 from Neil. Yes. Now swap. He doesn't need the sales pitch, Jin. He's like, just tell Archie to swap it, as well as swap the 5110 for my 5.
No, I mean, I think 6,000 pounds. You can get an AP 36mm perpetual calendar, but 6,000 US. I don't think you're going to get an AP perpetual calendar, no matter what size.
The problem is you buy those fucking APs and the maintenance story.
Well, JLC is actually JLC is expensive as fuck for their services, but
Jin, let me interrupt you. The perpetual calendar in solid gold for 4,000 pounds.
Yes, 4,000 pounds.
Wow, get it.
18 karat solid gold, 36mm perpetual calendar moon phase. Whoa. JLC. I mean, fuck me dead.
That is the deal of a lifetime. Believe me.
Yeah, Jin's kind of taken off from the rancher of robbing like Chinese graves and stuff, so he's getting these at Chinese grave price.
I mean, fuck me dead. I mean, a JLC perpetual calendar in solid gold at that price.
You have to get it.
4,000 pounds sterling. I mean, that's nothing.
Hello?
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 I got to be honest with you there. I also like the IWC perpetual calendars. Have you seen them? They're fucking amazing buys on the secondary market. You know, the IWC perpetual calendars?
Yeah. But they're based on the 7750. They have I do respect IWC a lot because IWC, they democratized a lot of these really fuck off ArchieLuxury complications that these fucking Swiss cunts, monopolized back in the day. So IWC democratized.
IWC is a great brand.
The split second chronograph and all this other shit, and I think IWC perpetual calendars are very collectible. They're fantastic watches. And I think they're, especially the split-second chronographs. Like you get an IWC Da Vinci perpetual calendar Rattrapant. I mean, that is a fucking sweet watch at the price you can get it at. I mean, what would you have to pay to get a Patek 5004 or some other like perpetual calendar or split-second chronograph? I mean,
no, you have to fucking
big shit. But you can get an IWC for like low five figures. Like you're talking like less than $20,000.
IWC makes some amazing stuff. I got to be honest with you. The
IWC perpetual calendar in rose gold is really good. Really good.
Yeah.
I love IWC. They've got really big size. They've even got the date disc. You know, it tells you the year.
Yeah. No.
And they give you a spare date disc for 100 years time when you can change it. Did you know that? Don't they? They give you a spare.
Exactly. But Jim,
they give it to in a little sealed little sealed tube.
It's so cool, isn't it?
Jim, but the perpetual calendar you're getting has a date disc as well, right?
Yes, it does.
It does on the left-hand side, the bottom left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. On the this is before they This is the previous generation of JLC perpetual calendars.
Okay. So the one I'm talking about is the latest generation one.
Yeah.
Hello?
So I actually tried that on.
Hey, what are you doing? How come you're ringing on a no ID number?
At the JLC.
Yeah, go on, Jin. Yeah.
What's going on
in New York? And
I'm good. What's going on?
To be honest, it left me kind of cold because, you know, for me, if you're going to go up to the level of a perpetual calendar,
Why's that?
A steel perpetual calendar dress watch doesn't.
No,
it does less than nothing for me, motherfuckers.
I agree. Yeah. So, between the IWC and the JLC, which one would you go for?
The JLC in steel or in gold?
Gold, obviously. Both of them.
I think for the JLC anytime. Cool. I mean, JLC was when I was a kid, I used to dream of owning a fucking JLC.
I agree.
I thought, you know, if I own a Reverso.
Logan Hall says this is not Archie's good side. That's a.
You know, I thought if I own a JLC, that'll be the end. Like, what else will I have to do in my life?
Well, you do need to get a gold-plated bumper movement pull router.
You still have to get a Breguet as well.
Well, I do have my solid gold Universal Genève Medico compacts.
Hold that up. That's a beautiful piece. Wow. Love it.
Can you say something so we can see it? Yeah, there you go.
18 karat gold.
Yeah.
Martel made movement.
Excellent.
Oh, I love this watch. It's
You better love it. It's beautiful.
California lizard strap as well.
Yeah.
They make excellent straps. I think they make straps for Paddock as well.
They do. They make straps for Patek.
JLC as well, right?
JLC, yeah. They make.
I think the deployment buckles on the JLCs are a lot better than the Paddocks. Like the one you have on yours is like much better than any fold-over Paddock deployment buckle I've ever seen.
I agree. I mean, this deployment clasp is amazing. Like it's so robust and it's so
like it just right.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. No, but the only problem I have with the deployment clasp and the Reverso as a whole is that it just scratches so easily.
Oh, I mean, that's what you get with a high polished watch, you know, like
yeah.
You know, that's part of the. You have to accept that when you buy a Reverso is that it's going to be high polish and it's going to
true
going to scratch. But you know, a Reverso is for a person with class, a person with doesn't really care about the resale value of the watch. I think
it's not about the money. It's not about the money.
We wanted to hear your riveting.
It's my passion.
We want to hear the riveting conversation you were having on the phone.
Yeah.
The live comments were blowing up.
Look, I've just got a few personal details I'm dealing with there. One of my sons is homeless at the moment.
What?
I don't think we're talking about Jen, by the way.
No, well, I'll just tell you the truth. There's no one watching, so I'm trying to help him a bit. But I got to be careful how I help him because he's a little bit manipulative. So I'm just.
I almost finished the entire bottle, and I've also had a few before this. So,
You finished
Archie,
things aren't that great in my world. Let me tell you this now. Things aren't that great. I've got some trouble with the family, and I'm trying to help him, but I got to be careful how I help him because he's a bit manipulative. But you know, I'm trying my best. Let's just say that.
Jin, you are just chugging that wine.
It's like grape juice.
Yeah, it's like grape juice, honestly.
Yeah, that's okay.
Hanji.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you guys, if any of you,
Hisham actually knows that I actually speak.
I wouldn't mind a pizza about now, fuckaroonies.
Yep.
Beef and reef, fuckers! Beef and reef. I'd go to that, you know, pizza cake.
Jin, let's talk in Urdu so no one knows what we're talking about. Yeah.
But things have been a bit tough. Things are tough in the old world there. I've got to try and help someone out. But anyhow, we'll just see how we're going. That's all.
Guys, Archie doesn't want to lose his Trump supporters here. Keep it to English.
Urdu Samastan.
That's not fair. That's not good Urdu at all.
Inshallah, Pakistan Zarur Jitega.
Wow. Inshallah. Yeah.
Oh my God, Archie!
Motherfuckers!
You're probably. Yeah, this is He needs another drink, guys.
Drink. I mean.
No, but I mean, Hisham knows what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yep, absolutely.
You said Pakistan's gonna win. Pakistan's not gonna win, so.
No, Pakistan Zarur Jitega.
He's saying Pakistan will always win.
Yeah, you fucking mother children, motherfucker.
So Archie, Jin is getting proper lit and just swearing.
Hey, Jin's cool. I love Jin. Jin is cool. Anything. Drink up, drink up, drink up.
You have to repeat that, Jin. Oh God, that was amazing.
Archie, you got $5 to drink up, big boy. You gotta get another dram of that scotch.
I think I do, fuckers. Now I need a pizza. Let me just. I'm just gonna take a. Holy fuck! Beef and reef. Here we come.
Ooh.
So, Hisham, have you actually been watching the? They have the India and England series, right?
Yes,
and they also have West Indies in Pakistan. No. South Africa is in Sri Lanka right now, and West Indies. No, not Pakistan. Bangladesh is in West Indies, and Bangladesh is.
No. I've been following the India and England matches.
No, exactly, and in the last ODI, the English spinners did better than the Indian spinners, actually.
Absolutely, I agree. They did.
And Moeen Ali is. I love Moeen Ali.
I think he's more of an off-spin bowler than a batsman. Would you agree?
Yes, I mean he's not a great bowler. He's not a world class. He's not Graham Swan.
I agree.
He's not Graham Swan. But as far as like English standards go, like these days, and he'll be good enough as a spinner.
He would be. Yes.
And as far as Indian spinners go, like Kuldeep Yadav has had a breakthrough tour.
Yeah.
And
I mean, imagine what form Rohit Sharma is in. I mean, that's crazy.
Absolutely, yeah. I think the India team right now, and I honestly fucking hate the India team.
So do I.
I know. Pakistan Zindabad.
Pakistan Zindabad.
Have you been to the Wagah border actually?
No, I haven't. And if anyone
I've been to the Wagah border, I've been to Lahore, I've been to Amritsar, I've been to the Wagah border, I've been, watching.
I love how someone wrote, quick, someone super chat about JLC Brigade or VC to shut Jin up.
No,
no. People should know about this game.
Hanji.
I mean, Archie said he would rather basically wipe his own ass with all of his watches and watch a Test cricket match. So.
Ooh. I'd rather eat a bag of salty licorice. You know, salty licorice, double salt licorice.
Archie, Paul, do you really have a bat which was originally signed by the Don himself?
There are about 7 of them. How many do you want? I got a friend who's he had about 4 of them. I've sold a few off. This was organized by.
It was actually signed by Don Bradman.
Yes, yes, correct. You know, the Don, the greatest sportsman of all time.
Yes. I'll buy them all.
Sorry?
I'll buy them all.
Let me get Ian on the phone. You know Ian. Ian's the guy, the watch dealer who slept with 7,000 women.
Yeah.
Let's get him on the phone now. I'll get him on the phone, okay? I'm going to ring him now on live on air so you can do some negotiating, okay?
I have absolutely no idea how much they go for.
We'll do a deal for you. Let's do it live on air. Unrehearsed. Ian, I've just got a very important customer on the other line here. You've got a few Don Bradman cricket bats. Is that correct?
I have, sir. I have 2 with cases and certificates. I do, sir.
Okay. I've got a very good friend of mine, Hisham. He's a very, very good friend. He's Indian, right?
Roger.
Now, you've got one which is mismatched. You've got the wrong certificate for the bat. Is that correct?
Well, you could translate it as wrong certificate, but it's a certificate and it's just got pencil on the bottom. So, I mean, it don't really make any difference. They're not exactly an elaborate certificate, but it's got a certificate with it. But
okay, how much do you want for the perfect one?
The perfect one.
You get one bite of the cherry. If we're too high, he's going to tell us no. So we've got to be careful. He's Indian, okay?
700. That's the perfect one with the right certificate. The new inner foam. Hey, Paul,
Ian, you're supposed to put some money on for me, you donkey. Well, how am I supposed to get any cut out of this?
All right, well, 750. You got to get $50.
Okay, 750.
That's it. This is a good thing. This is really good. I saw it the other day. I took the whole thing out.
750 Aussie. We're talking, not US.
Aussie.
750.
Roger.
Aussie,
Can we send it to whereabouts in India are you?
Oh man, you send it to India? No, can't send it to India.
We have to pay. He's got to pay for shipping to India. We can send it to India. What city are you in, Hisham?
No, where is he now? Is he in Australia?
He's in fucking India, Hisham. Whereabouts are you in India?
I'm not sending a cricket back to India. No way.
No, he'll pay for it. Just relax, man.
You can
It won't get there, mate.
How do you know it won't get there? You saying they're dishonest there?
Well, no, it's just like it's things go wrong. It's Asia. I don't send anything. It's look.
Come on, nothing's going to go wrong.
Send it to India, man. It's like it's fraught with trouble.
Just calm down. Just relax. Relax. Can you relax, Ian? You got to relax, man. You used to be so cool, man.
Listen, man. Look, you get me, right?
Yeah, I understand.
I've lost shit before. It's not the first time. So we've all lost shit. Everyone loses stuff, sending stuff to places.
No, we can take care of that. So you want you want 750 for the bat and box.
Yeah, that's what I want. But going to India is a question mark.
Okay, no, just fucking calm down. Don't be so upset. I got a buyer. I'm trying to sell this fucking thing, okay? It's signed by the Don. Is that right? Who is the Don, by the way?
You know him. You know.
Would you include that book in it?
Mate, sending stuff to India ain't on. It's not on, mate. I ain't doing it. I don't give a damn. I'm not.
What happens if he takes the risk?
Okay, if he takes the risk and it's written down and there's no charge back, then he pays for the postage. And as soon as we get the money, that's it. We've sent it. We send documentation to send it. It's his baby.
Because he's a good guy. This guy really is a cool guy. Okay.
Yeah, I know, Paul, but all I am interested in is not.
He's kind of white Indian. He's not a true Indian. He's kind of whitish. You know. He's got.
I don't care if he's pink. You get what I mean, Paul. I'm not taking any risk.
He wears a Rolex as well, Ian. He's not just an uncool Indian. This is a really cool guy.
As long as he understands that it's on him for any risk with the postage. As soon as we get the money, there is no chance of. You know what I mean, Paul? Come on. We're not that desperate to, you know what I mean? If something goes wrong and I have to give the money back, what's the point of any of it?
Okay, it's okay. Okay, I understand. Just check it. Ian, 750.
Yeah.
Think about
Okay.
it. Think about it.
Well, you work on. Let me know.
I'm always trying to sell your stuff, man.
I know, Paul. Of course, I got that. Man. I know that. Thank you for that. But anyway, you heard my point of view. Just let me know what happens.
Okay, I'll just give you the address and I'll give you the money. Okay. I still owe you 500 too. I'll be fixing you up very
yes,
soon.
I know that.
Okay.
Okay, but that's the condition, man. You put the money in my bank, and there is no refunds on anything, and he accepts all responsibility.
Okay.
And he pays for postage.
Of course. Okay. Love you, Ian. Love you.
Love you, mate.
Love you.
Bye.
You're still coming up, aren't you? You're coming up to. Oh, okay. There we go. We heard it from the man himself.
Yeah.
Slick Willie. He's slept with over 7,000 women.
That's a bit hard to believe, though. 750 is a little high, don't you think?
No, I think they cost $1,500 15 years ago. He's giving it to you at cost. He just wants to get rid of the fucking thing.
True,
it actually was done by Dunlop Schlesinger. That was a sports.
Yeah, Schlesinger. Yes.
Yeah,
Schlesinger.
it's got a certificate from Dunlop Schlesinger.
Yep.
This is with the correct certificate, and it's got a presentation box. I can send you pics. I'll send you pics if you like.
Sure.
But seriously, if you want it, you can have it at $750. Okay.
Okay.
But
I'll let you know.
It's signed by the Don. You know the Don, the greatest sportsman who ever lived.
Yep. Absolutely. Yep.
Don Bradman averaged 99.
Sir Don Bradman, thank you.
Averaged 99.94. The greatest batsman of all time.
Yep.
Hey, Jin, I got one for you too. Do you want one? Jin, do you want one too? He's got two. He's got two left.
I will say, like, there were batsmen that I prefer over the Don.
Oh shit! How could you say that?
You love Sunil Gavaskar, I know.
No,
he's thinking like Rahul Dravid. This guy, he loves Rahul Dravid. The Wall.
No, Sunil Gavaskar.
Yeah.
Sunil Gavaskar, actually, no. I like Sunil Gavaskar, but I also like Tiger Patowdy.
You love Tiger Patowdy.
I absolutely love Tiger Patowdy. I mean, he's a true gentleman. I love Gary Sobers.
Yes.
I love Imran.
Sobers, yes.
Imran Khan.
Yeah.
Inzamam Haq.
Yes.
Inzi. I mean, Inzi. How could you not love Inzi?
Inzi actually, I think.
Teach him the nickname that Desis call Inzi.
Oh. Yeah.
He's known as the Alu. The Alu means the potato.
Yeah.
He's known as an Alu.
Yeah, Hanji. Like, you know how Dravid is Dada, and Sehwag is Virubai, you know, like
wow. Yeah.
Hanji में हिंदी समझता Hanji. Hanji. Inshallah, Pakistan zarur jeetega.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Archie is just like, what the fuck is going on here?
I can sing for you too there. You know, I got to tell you that. Ow, Don Bradman! I can sing for you. Don Bradman, the greatest cricketer of all time.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. I mean, Don Bradman is the fucking, I mean, that he is a god.
Yes.
Tanzil, do you agree? Or are you going to say Tendulkar?
Sure, Tendulkar.
No.
Oh, fuck. No, fuck you.
I hate Tendulkar, no.
I hate Tendulkar too.
I'm surprised Ving didn't say Brian Lara. Like,
yes,
no,
Lara
Brian. Fuck. Well, Brian Lara. I mean, as far as when it comes to style goes,
yeah,
I mean,
the super chat for you.
When he would play off the back foot, Brian Lara was. I mean, he was the coolest fucking motherfucker.
Ving, there's super chats for you, just for you here.
Okay, Archie, pull up the lyrics to "Dil Dil Pakistan" by Vital Sign and sing it for Vintinier. Yeah.
Oh, Okay.
You've got to search for Dil Pakistan.
Pakistan, Zindabad.
Absolutely. Yeah. Zindabad.
Okay, let's have a look here. Dil Pakistan by Vital Signs. I really do love. I got to tell you, I do. Here we go. Fuckaroonies. This song is fucking hard. Dil. Fuck me dead. Got a long intro, guys.
How the fuck would I know? I don't know. I think it's the national anthem.
No.
I got to find the lyrics for this. This thing is fucking long. How long do these fuckers talk for? That's what I don't understand.
Go on, give it a go.
Jesus Christ, what a... Oh, this is in fucking... I can't sing this. This is in fucking... This is not in English. I can't do that.
What language is it in?
I see...
In Urdu.
Jesus.
Urdu.
That's in Urdu.
Dil si miti hail her parika chi chara banta hara cherara banta ha. There we go. How's that?
Yeah, I think that's...
I got the English version coming. Hang on, boys. Fuck this thing has got.
Inshallah, Pakistan se roti tikka.
बिल्कुल मुझे थोड़ा डाउट है.
हाँ जी.
Let's all donate. Let's all donate to help the kids. That part is Pakistan. That part is Pakistan. That part is Pakistan. Donate, you fuckers! Donate! ArchieLuxury72@gmail.com. 11,000 schools have been destroyed. Let's donate, fuckers.
So someone was asking Jin to talk a bit about his 976.
We are the kids. We are the kids. Donate! There you go. How's that?
Well,
They want to know about Vin's experience with the 976.
Well, I do love the 976, but you know that I also do own Shabak Khamis. So
yeah.
No, Hanji. I actually do own Shalwar Kameez. So when I was in when
You
I
should
was
wear
in
it one time on the live show then.
I should actually, yeah.
Yes.
I should.
You should wear the Shalwar Kameez on the live show.
I mean that would be fucking hilarious.
No, why? It'll be cool.
No, I mean it'll be cool. I mean
Uber Eats
Pakistan's
have
in the
just
bag.
delivered my lunch. Uber Eats have just delivered my lunch. The pizza shop wasn't open, but I've decided to get some health food because I'm on a diet now. Health food. There we go. Uber Eats. This is gourmet sourdough bread with hand-fed chickens and smoked pork. This is what you call healthy eats. This is called diet, eating in moderation, and portion control.
Mark, they sent you I think Archie sent you the link earlier to your email.
Mark wants to come on.
Yeah, Archie sent you the link earlier.
Paul sent him a link.
I sent it to Mark. Oh, he's out to dinner. Fuck.
No, he says need a new one. That one didn't work.
Oh, okay. Sending it now. You know that Caesar, that guy fucking Caesar. I don't think he's as good as Mark. Do you?
Caesar Milan?
Yeah, he's not as good as fucking Mark. Mark, I'd rather get chalked by Mark.
How do you know?
Mm.
Hi, Mark.
Hello, gentlemen. And I use that term loosely.
Marky, what's up?
Dini,
Marky.
Dini, Isham, Dini, Archie, Paul.
Marky, I'm wearing my reverso in honor of you.
Well, I thank you for that. You realize that I might have left trace DNA on that watch.
I know you have.
It's either trace DNA or pizza stats.
It's more than trace DNA, let's say that.
It's so funny that we thought of each other when we were putting on watches today, because I also thought of you when I put mine on.
What kind of ladyboy watch did you wear today?
The
ball!
Oh, you wore the ball.
Yes, I was thinking of Jin when I
thought you'd sold it.
You know, okay, so
Mark, did you get any
sorry.
buyers?
I'm just fascinated by watching you eat. Okay, so what had happened was I had a fellow who wanted to buy it, and he was a very experienced buyer and seller of watches, but he freaked out when I asked him to send me my payment, because I don't know this guy. He's a random. And he freaked out when I asked him to send the payment by friends and family. So I think there may have been evil intentions on his side of the deal. But I have to say, when he kind of freaked out and didn't want to make the final payment, I found that I was actually relieved, which told me that I was having seller's remorse. I'm so glad that deal fell apart.
So you're keeping the ball now?
I'm pretty sure I'm going to keep the ball. Yeah.
Good.
Fuck!
It's not the loveliest watch in the world, but it should get a few days a month rotation.
Yeah.
What are you wearing, Hisham?
I am wearing the Rolex 36 mil.
You know, there's a
steel and white gold.
Yes, I see. Yes. No discount. 5%. No discount. Yes.
I poor man. I not rich man.
Give you shampoo.
Life very hard. Don't have money in my country. Work very hard for money in my country.
Yeah.
Why I talking like this? I in London now. I talking to a cab driver in London. Why I can't stop talking like this? Why? I give you shampoo. Oh, you got to move the camera. You are covered by these little avatars, and I want to actually see. There we go.
Why are you doing this to me? I bring you here. I give you breakfast, and you want 1,000 baht for that? Why are you doing this? You crazy?
I have to say, you know, there are two pieces of video. Paul, I got to tell you, my father a long time ago gave me a piece of advice that I want to pass along to you now, and that would be never put anything in your mouth bigger than your head.
Okay, $5 super chat. Thoughts on the JLC Geophysique with steel bracelet? I love the true second complication. I think if I offer my 23% of cash, he'll take it. About 9,000.
What is that on the used market, though?
I think you want a bit more, don't you?
$9,000. I think it's a good deal. Jin, what do you think on the Geophysique?
I mean, it depends what one. I'm seeing some of them cheaper than that on Chrono, like a lot cheaper.
A lot cheaper.
1,000 for a Geophysique. I think. I mean, if that's the 1958,
it's a good deal, right?
But I mean, if it's a true second at 9,000 US, that's
It's
way,
pushing. Yeah,
way,
too much.
way too fucking much, motherfucker. I mean, like,
Like
fuck.
about 50, like 2,000 high.
Yeah,
At least on a,
that,
least on a
way
strap.
more. Yeah, you should be getting that shit for like 6,000 or less.
It's brand new, but Jin.
Yeah, but you don't want to pay for the privilege of new. I found that on a bracelet, though. Actually, the geophysic true second on a bracelet. You know what's happening here? That bracelet is stupid expensive. They're getting like $2,000 more for that bracelet. So it's around 87.20 for a bracelet, which is crazy because you can get it down around 6 or 7 on a strap.
Yeah.
Who is that? What is this?
What?
We're hearing music, loud music. Bad elevator music. Okay, it's gone now. Woo. That's not Indian music, and it's Canadian music. I don't know what that was.
Hanji, yeah.
Hanji.
Hanji.
Archie, can you hear us?
I'm just having a bit of indigestion.
Mark, acha nachale.
What? Sounded like porn music.
No. No, Hisham can explain what I meant.
What happened?
I'd rather not.
Did I just walk into a homo club meeting?
No. Yeah. You said you could dance well.
$2.
Yeah.
We're about to see Asian karaoke with Jin. I think that Jin could do Asian karaoke, but you'd have to be drunk on like soju or something like that, right?
Well, I've already had an entire bottle of wine plus beers and.
You do look like you're a little in your cups. You have that Asian flush going. There's pinchable little red cheek.
Yeah. You've turned completely red.
He looks okay to me.
Yeah,
does.
He's fine.
His cheeks are as smooth as a baby's butt. Paul, the bread sounds crispy. You have something to drink to wash that down with?
Yeah, I know. By the way, that Caesar Milan, he's nothing on you. You know that?
Yeah, he's good. He's a good guy. He just
keeps pointing at the fucking dogs. Point. Sit. The fucking point.
He's a very accomplished guy. Although I like what I do, he likes what he does. But I have to say he's quite good at what he does.
Let dogs be dogs.
I have nothing bad. Yeah, that is my book. Let dogs be dogs. I'll go get a copy of it. Hang on. Super chat. Someone read it.
Okay, Stephen K. $5 from New Zealand. Jin, in a Thai Asian accent, please say, Mark, you buy me drink, big boy. Come my bar later.
Yeah, say it, Jin. Say it slow. I want you to say it, but I want you to say it slow. There. Jin, you're muted. You're muted, Jin. Jin, you are muted.
Hey, Marky, you buy me drink, big boy. Come my bar later. Huh?
You love me a long time?
Hey,
$5?
It depends on how much you give, huh?
$5.
I don't do shit for free,
One hotel shampoo. What's that get me?
Hey, shampoo. What do you think I am, huh?
You know what, Jin? I gotta say, you are significantly prettier than Nana Kim. Here it is, folks.
What kind of shit you fucking want? You want a good shit, or you want a fucking 79-year-old Nana Kim, huh?
Well, you know what they say, Jin. If you wanna play on the field, you gotta get a little mud on the helmet.
Ooh, nasty.
That's what they say. I didn't make it up. I don't write the rules. I just play by them.
That's Cesar Milan. He drives a Ford too, by the way.
I don't know what he drives.
You'd be better off with the Porsche, you know?
He took me, we went to dinner and he took me out in a Ford van.
How is he a nice guy?
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's a very busy man, but he's a knowledgeable guy, and he has a very magnetic and charming personality. So, I have nothing bad to say about the man. I like what I do. On the one hand, on the other hand, what he does is
do you charge more than him?
I don't know what he's charging these days. You know,
it's not cheap.
No, of course not, because he's real busy. His time is very much at a premium. I know that the last guy who got him to make a house call paid him $100,000 to do it.
What?
Yeah, but that guy was very smart because he was an agent and he wanted to make a pitch, and Caesar hired him, so worked out fine. But he paid him $100,000 for the house call on two schnauzers, two little schnauzers.
What problems did he have with these fucking schnauzers?
Probably nothing big. He just really wanted Cesar Millan in his house so he could pitch him on being his agent. And in the end, because he was an agent, he was a Hollywood agent, and Caesar ended up hiring him. So that's a funny little story.
Fuck, 100,000. That's a lot of money to risk, but isn't it?
Yes, it was. So there was a guy who had a little bit of confidence, I guess. I wouldn't do it.
I'd pay you.
Have you been to the books? Have you been to the bookstore to look for my book?
You're supposed to send me a copy so I can promote it on the channel.
I keep forgetting to go to the post office because, like, I don't.
You know what would be a better idea, Mark? Why don't you just fucking send me some money?
I'll send you $20 and you can buy it on Amazon.
Exactly, and then I can give you a good rating and I can review it on my channel.
We could do that because, God forbid, you would do it for free.
Well, actually, for you, I'd do anything for free. It's not always about the money, Mark. You're a cool guy.
Could you say that again?
It's not always about the money with you, Mark. You're a cool guy.
That's sweet of you. Thank you. You know what? I'm going to take the bill that I was going to send you for my time in the last, few months, and I'm just going to rip it right up.
Thank you, Mark. You're a sweet guy.
I know.
I got to tell you, no, I think, Mark, what we should do is, I don't want to be nasty to you, right?
I hope not.
I think what you should do is, if you want to be serious, we should make a few videos on dog training ourselves.
Let's do it.
We can put them on YouTube.
They'll go viral. We have to be clean, though.
Yeah, why don't we do this, Mark? I'm sure we could fucking do this shit without fucking Hollywood or their big fucking studios.
Yeah, no doubt.
Why don't we do that, man?
You remember, my co-author is a priest, so we kind of have to keep the language,
Yeah, it's okay. Get out! Get these fucking mutts out of my way.
All right, motherfuckers, here's what we're going to do.
Let's do it, Mark. Let's get these dogs trained.
Okay. Well, we'll think of a collab. We'll do a collab.
Okay.
I'll figure a way to write off a trip to Australia.
Let's get these fuckers. And I think that'd be great. Mark, I've just been offered a swap. My PAM 24, that's my submersible. I've got to chip in $1,300 for a new model Explorer 2. That's the 42 mil. Would you do it?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, well, because what's that? You're getting the Rolex for the equivalent of about $6,300 maybe.
Yeah.
What's that? And it's a ceramic?
No, it's 42 mil Explorer 2.
Oh. Well, yeah, I would do it because I think that you're getting out of your. You know what? I would try and chisel that 1,300 down to maybe 1,000. But I would do it. It would get you out of your PAM, give you full value back for your PAM, get you into a Rolex that's like carrying around gold bullion, and you wouldn't take a big loss on your PAM. So I think that's kind of a unique opportunity. You wouldn't lose anything. And what do those things sell for? I mean, could you go buy one? Could you go buy one for $6,000? I don't think so.
What, a PAM?
No, the 42 millimeter Explorer. I don't think you could go buy that for. Have a quick peek, but I think not. So I think therefore it's a good deal. From a PAM into a Rolex without a loss on the PAM, not bad.
Okay.
I bet you're about 1,000 ahead if you do it.
Not sure. I like the pad.
It depends on the price. What's Chrono got on that Explorer?
I don't know if there's any profit in it, but it's probably a sideways deal, isn't it?
Yeah, but you get out of something that's hard to move into something that's easy to move at no loss.
It's not always about the money, Mark.
It's off brand. But then you're getting into a Rolex and you love the Explorer. This one's just big enough to see, and it doesn't have a crappy hollow clasp. It has solid center links and a gorgeous clasp that actually works. Not that rattly one that you have on your Polar, your Polar.
Oh, the rattlesnake. You don't like the rattlesnake.
No, it's flimsy. Nice watch head, but such a flimsy.
Yeah. No, I agree. The
bracelet's disappointing. You know what? It's like getting in bed with a woman who looks great and then lays there like a dead fish.
Yeah, I've had that a few times.
Yeah. Wait, you were in bed with a great-looking woman?
No, well, one who acts like a fish. I've had that a few times.
Is that a drilled hole case? Is that a holes case?
No. The modern one. Which one? What are you talking about? My one or whose one?
Yeah, I just was making a poor joke about the woman and then.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so Marky, it's great to see you there. Thanks for the apology. I accept that.
Yeah,
that's okay.
When I felt a little bad about it. So.
Oh, that's okay, Marky. I always love you. Don't worry about it.
I was in it. I was pure of heart. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, no, that's okay, Marky. I love you. Okay, there's no problem.
$2. Better laying down.
I'm going to tell you this, Marky. Even my agent, I've got an agent too. The sucker horn. He loves you too. He said, Marky is cool.
We had a nice chit chat. $2 super chat. Better laying like a dead fish than smelling like it.
Ooh, yes, sirree.
Definitely true. You got to do the sniff test. If you're with a new girl, you got to do it's the scratch test. You got to kind of like get in there a little bit and then scratch your nose so you can, scratch an itch, but you're actually doing the sniff
Smell
test.
coffee beans first.
Yeah. Cleanse the palate. You know what? Does that mean between Thai hookers you need like lemon sorbet? Is that what you do?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly right. You gotta savor the moment. You know this?
I do.
It's that's the way it is. It's the way it is. It's very, very true.
Oh well.
Jin, my wife just didn't believe that you speak Urdu. So could you repeat that to Mark again once?
$2 super chat. Do gay guys have their version of the sniff test? And let me think of how I can explain this without getting overly graphic.
A short answer is yes, I assume.
Yeah, no, we just suck it up. $7 super chat from Tanzil. Mark, of all of Archie's watches are dogs, minus the Patek, let's be honest. Describe his watches in terms of breed of dog. Well, that Monaco is like a three-legged Italian greyhound. Like an Italian greyhound looks like an expensive breed of dog, but if you get a three-legged one, that's pretty cheap because nobody really wants it. And
I see.
And then I think the Pam is sort of like a bulldog. They're not really fit for function. They look tough.
You mean the British bulldog?
English bulldog, yeah. They look tough, but they're not fit for function. They can't breathe. You take them out over 29 degrees Celsius, and they just keel over from a heart attack.
I heard they can't smell as well as the other dogs as well.
Who knows? Well, they smell just fine.
Yeah, I know, but when compared to the other dogs, the sense of smell is a bit.
And then I think the IWC would be a mutt. Just like a random, indiscriminate, mixture of style cues. Because it's not
a mutt. Yes.
It's not like the big pilot, so it's just like kind of a random mixture. I don't know. I think that maybe the ocean, the Breitling Eastern Heritage, that would be like a Chesapeake Bay retreat. That's a water. So there you have it. There's another one. Someone read the new one. Jen, you look drunk. Read the super chat, Jen.
Why do I have to read the super chats?
Because I want to make sure that your eyes are focusing.
This is the one from Kelsowatt's.
Yeah.
Okay. Kesselowitz, super chat. Arch, what is better value for money? The new Vacheron Overseas 4500V black dial with interchangeable straps for 16,000, or AP 15202 Royal Oak for 23,000.
Oh,
Wow, that's a lot for. That's an expensive AP.
oh, that's a very special AP. I'd go for the 15202 personally.
Which one is that?
That's the
boutique edition. It's the one that's basically the modern version of the original jumbo. The 15202 is highly collectible. It's super. I reckon that'd be a much better piece than any overseas would.
Yes, I see.
But the 4500V is the most attractive overseas ever made.
I agree. I agree. Yes.
I will say that one problem of the 4500V is that they are very they're very big. They're 41 millimeters.
So 42.5.
41 mil. So it's going to be a lot bigger than a 15202. So it's you're not really talking about the same watch when it comes to that. Like,
and by the way,
VC will be a bigger watch.
Hisham, I've just sent you pics.
Yeah, I've got them, Paul. They look amazing.
Yeah, no, they do. You just let me know. I don't want to push you into anything you don't want to do, but
I'll let you know.
These were $1,500 when they were new.
I know, in the 90s.
You just let me know. There's no pressure.
I'll let you know. Sure.
We have another super chat, $2 from Evan Hogenkamp, who says, Arch visits Chi-Town, which is Chicago, 2019.
Chicago.
You're right at any time.
I'm going to go and look for that Explorer 1 that was stolen by the mafia.
You know what? I had a problem with UPS in Chicago also. I live here, so we can storm them together. We can go together. Actually, I think I made a video about, it was a Facebook video.
Tanzeel, $2.79 super chat. Arch, where the fuck is Austin Daniels? I love Austin Daniels. He's super cool. I'm actually friends with him. He's a very cool guy. I love him. Didn't
he drown in a soapy in Japan?
He's a very cool. I like him. He can hold. Nobody can hold the camera as straight as him.
Yeah, with his arm like straight out.
Yeah. Austin Daniels.
What happened to him? You know what? I was so relieved that he got rid of the mullet and cut off the porn stash.
I see. Yes.
And I really like his videos, and then he disappeared.
Jin, you look really tired.
He looks drunk.
Yeah.
Jin, sing us a song. How much super chat money for you to sing?
Have a smoke.
He's run outside. I want to know how much for him to sing, and then how much for him to sing shirtless.
I'm trying right now.
What are you doing?
No, I think he's
choking on his own vomit. Somebody here said, looking fresh and showered as usual, Goldie. How is this guy a dog trainer? I bet his dog kennel shower is cleaner than Archie's toothbrush. Well, you know what? I actually do have a shower in my dog kennel. So, I mean, the dog kennel is a building right, just right near my house, in my yard. But I have a shower.
You showed us that while you were training the Chihuahua, right?
No, actually, did I? Yeah, I might have.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, cool.
When your partner Patrick was coming in.
Yeah. That Chihuahua was a little monster, and but I'm getting really good reports from his owner. He has not attacked anybody.
Okay.
Mark, what do you charge for a house call?
I don't make house calls.
Did you used to?
Yeah, if I do it now, it's $1,000. Nobody wants it, which is why I charge that. So I don't do house calls.
Only for one visit.
Yes, but I see people here for a consultation for $300.
Okay.
$6.99. Tanzila, I'm sorry. Mark, would you hold Jin's hair while he pukes in the toilet bowl for a chance to brush up against his JLC 976 Reverso? Tanzila, I would do it for free. I would do it for free just for the opportunity, just in the off chance he would pass out and I could make some videos.
I think Jin had a little too much today.
I think he did. He's drank a whole bottle of Chardonnay on his own.
Yeah. He's only a little guy.
He's a little guy.
No, but he can hold his liquor. Trust me.
He's got tiny little chicken bones.
Why is Bruce? He's muted.
Yeah, and he's gone. He's probably in an airport making noise.
He was on earlier, but he left.
Oh, somebody said it wasn't Chardonnay, it was red. Well, okay.
Yeah, red wine, yeah.
Oh, even nastier.
A bit more manly than Chardonnay. Oops, Bruce is gone now.
Okay. He'll be back.
No more Dr. Bruce. That's it. No, we're not going to get any urology opinions out of him today.
Yeah.
We might have to wrap this up soon with these guys going there. So I want to say thank you for being part of the show. We'll be ending soon, but we'll just leave it open for a couple more minutes to super chat. Mark, I wanted to ask you something seriously. And it just has to go with, being a watch person yourself there. Is this Rolex situation complete bullshit? Or do you think it's just this is the new norm? What do you think? This Rolex situation where pieces are so hard to get, you can't just go to a dealer and get a fucking sub or the Hulks are impossible. The James Cameron, the Seadrill, they're just impossible. What do you make of this? You've been an experienced watch collector. What do you think this is? Is it all a scam? Is it bullshit? What is it, Mark? Tell me what you think.
Well, I definitely think it's guesswork for us to make a stab at it, but I'll tell you what I think. They're in business to make money. They will make more money if the supply of their watches is more like the demand or slightly under than if there's oversupply. Look at brands like Omega and Breitling who have supplied more watches than the market will absorb. What did that do to prices? Both Omega and Breitling. It depressed prices. And in depressing the price of the product, you push the cachet of the brand. You destroy it, which I really think is bad. I think Omega talks about Omega as a true luxury brand anymore, right? And I think it's just there's a lot more supply than there is demand.
We've got Clyde. We've got Clyde.
Hey, Clive, how are you?
Big shout out to Clyde.
The Wrangler, Clivey, is he in the chat?
Yeah, he's in the chat.
Yeah. Let's not give him too much attention. The bastard has monetized his channel, so let's not be super friendly.
Here's what I think. I think at the end of the day, Rolex has cut supply, and I think it's temporary. I think it will increase, but I don't think they will oversupply the chain. I think they're going to open the spigot.
Yeah,
their supply chain takes a little while. Like, I don't know if it's true that it takes them a year to make a watch, but I think that they wanted to dry the market up and then they will repopulate it, but they won't overpopulate it with watches, and that will keep prices high, which I think I'm not sure they care about that too much, but I think the big issue for them is they want to keep the cachet up. They would rather be rare and hard to find and expensive rather than be sold at Costco, right? So I think it's going to get better, but I don't think they're going to open the spigot and flood the market with watches either.
Here's an interesting number. I've been told this in confidence by a leading watch store. The average Rolex retailer. This is the average Rolex store. Someone who's an AD, they get about 60 sports steel Rolexes a year. What do you think of that number?
It's tiny. They could sell that at a month. Tiny.
That's what they're getting apparently, around 60.
My AD said the same thing actually.
Yeah, and so they really almost have no inventory. But what that's doing is, listen, I'll tell you this: it's doing wonderful things for the price of used pieces. But my problem is holding a bunch of used pieces. I'm afraid to sell them. I'm afraid to sell them because anytime I've sold a Rolex, 2 years later,
they go up. They're worth a lot more. You can't get back in.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Mark, even the GMT black on black.
You know what? You're exactly right. I sold mine for $6,500. If I had it right now, I could easily get another 1,000 for it. I bet.
Easy. I still have mine though. I mean, thank God. But I mean, even the black ones are going up.
Yeah, absolutely they are. And the reason is the Batman is not only hard to find, but like stupidly expensive. Those are like you can't find them under 10 anymore.
True.
Which is nuts.
Fucking crazy. It is absolutely crazy.
I paid $7,600 for my Batman. I got very lucky.
Okay, Clyde says, Mark, see if you can get Cesar Milan to come over to Brisbane and poke Archie repeatedly.
We could do that, but it would cost $100,000.
Oh my God.
And I think that's super chat money right there.
Do you get many people asking for house calls, Mark?
No, some, yeah, but yes, I do some. But
when you tell them it's $1,000, what do they say then?
Well, I have a menu of services and prices, so I don't, and I don't even put that. That's an off-menu item. So
off-menu.
They actually have something called travel and train too, and that's $1,000 a day plus expenses. So if somebody wants to bring me to Australia to train their dog, for example, no problem. It's a ticket, it's a hotel room, and $1,000 a day. So
and free shampoo.
We go everywhere. Well, if it's for your dog, I'm sure we could settle on breakfast, juice, and a shampoo.
Juice and shampoo.
I'm sure you'd fly me over on like Knock Air, right?
Oh, Marky, I like you. I like your sense of humor. It's
I'll come to Australia one day and visit you.
Did I tell you, Mark? I'm thinking about getting a Zenith El Primo.
You did. It distressed me terribly.
Okay.
Soft fuckers. It's soft.
The open heart one.
That's the There's 9 out of 10 of those are fakes.
Okay.
Looks cheap. It just looked cheap, that open heart. It's a nice movement. Why don't you get that movement in something like a Daytona instead?
The number you are calling is not reachable. Please call.
The person you are calling is busy having a wank. Please call again later.
Marky, I love you. I love your enthusiasm there. Tell me this. Do you think I've got to get 5? I miss my watches so much. Tomorrow is Monday. I'm going into the bank safe and I'm going to be getting some watches out. The question I have for you is, what 5, I need to have 5 in total, do I keep? Now, the Patek is off limits because it's in Hong Kong getting a full factory overhaul. What 5 pieces do I retain out? You know my collection. What would you keep out?
I think you keep the Patek. You keep the
the Patek is in Hong Kong. This is 5 watches for me to take out and enjoy, lust after.
Well, I think you should really sell everything except for the Patek and the Breitling and the Pam.
No, this is not selling. This is what pieces do I take out of the bank tomorrow to enjoy?
We'll get the IWC, get the Pam, run over put the Salida on the roof of your car on the way home. Could you pull a Bruce Williams on that watch?
Okay, so keep going. IWC Pam. I don't know if you want me to take the Monaco or not. What pieces?
No, I want you to put it on the roof of your car. Okay. Remember when Bruce Williams put a Rolex accident? Yeah, I want you to do that. I want you to do. So you're going to bring home the Breitling. You're going to bring home. Do you still have the Polar Explorer, right?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Bring home the Polar Explorer, the IWC,
Yeah.
the Breitling.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Bring home the Speedy.
Oh, the Speedy.
Bring home the Speedy. You need something manual wine with a Halcylite crystal to scratch because you don't have anything else you can really scratch. So
yeah. Well, the clasp on my Breitling actually got pretty scratched up on the that highly polished clasp got a bit scratched up in economy.
You know what though? That's you can fix that easily with a Cape Cod cloth. That's a quick and easy fix. And then what are my other choices? I'm blanking. What else do I have to choose from?
Well, I got a Breguet. I've got the what else have I got? I got the Breguet. I got the Tudor Burgundy. I've got the JEWELLERY Reverso Grand Date.
Yeah, bring home the Reverso because you don't have the Patek. It's in Hong Kong. You left it with Mrs. Lai.
Yes.
So bring home the Reverso.
Okay. What should I keep in the bank? Like I don't want to get out.
Everything else.
Okay. Interestingly, given me 6 watches. That's the IWC, the PAM, the Breitling, the Rolex Explorer 2, the Speedy, and the
put the Speedy back. If it's too many, put the Speedy back because you can't wear it in the water.
Okay, I don't have any chronograph spot there.
Somebody told you to throw the Monaco in the bank trash can. No, don't do that. He could sell it. You know, he could easily.
The Monaco is a highly desired watch.
With the clone of a generic movement, it's like a clone of a clone of a clone.
Yeah, but
it's like basically it's like making love to a blow-up doll, in my opinion. Yeah,
it's like not even a true lady boy; it's a plastic lady boy.
Right there you go. If you microwave it, you know, if you rinse it in 98-degree water.
Yeah, no, I understand that. Guys, we better wrap this up. I want to say thank you so much for partaking. It's been wonderful. I'm actually having seller's remorse on that swap with the Explorer 2. I've decided I don't know if I even want to do it. I want to keep my PAM. It's not always about the money. It's not always about the money. So
the Rolex fuckers. It's a Rolex.
Guys, I'm going to wrap this baby up now. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for being part of today's show. I love you all. And as always, like, subscribe, and tell your fuckhead friends. And don't forget to put some really nasty personal comments in the section down below. Okay, guys. See you later. That was a great show.